位亲爱的观众朋友们，欢迎回来，我是小兔。那么接下来我们的 DKZ 战队马上就要登场了，在开始前呢，我们先来对他们的队伍领队进行一个简单的采访吧。Hello，In Chat， 先跟观众朋友们打个招呼，自我介绍一下吧。
Hello， 大家好，我是 DKZ 的经理 In Chat。
哦，经理先生您好，那也是想问一下，我们的这个 KZG 跟 DPG 合并之后，你觉得整个队伍的一个强度变化跟化学反应怎么样呢？
强度变化跟之前一样强吧。化学反应的话，队内氛围还是很棒的。
哎，那你们队内也是经常会一起打训练赛嘛？然后训练强度其实也蛮高的，有没有什么队内有趣的小故事可以给我们分享一下呢？
小故事的话。大家每次练习都很认真吧，练习当中也没有说有特别有趣的事情，大家都很努力。
就是非常努力、团结一心的在一起训练。那其实解释选手他在常规赛里面的出场次数虽然很少，但是他每次登场的表现都很好，甚至在很多比赛里面是逼平了对方战队最强的选手。你对解释这位选手有什么样的评价呢？
解释的话，我看他比赛也很久了吧，从很多年之前。在我看来的话，他是一名就是有自己独到理解的选手，然后爆兵和运营特别猛，然后正面操作也很刚。总体来说，我觉得他是一个被大家低估的选手。
哇，感觉也像有一点作为队伍的一个秘密武器的感觉，也是希望解释选手未来能有更多出场的机会，有更好的发挥。那么接下来有一个问题呢，是这个人形同学一定要我来问你们一句，就是请问一下，你们究竟什么时候才会派出传奇选手 F91以及小色上场呢？
这个要看孙哥和黄哥的个人想法，只要他们想打的话，我们这边是没问题的，全力支持。
既然说出了这句话，你这句话你真的不好说，因为黄哥等一下就跟你来一句，你让他来，信不信？待会儿转到解说台，说不定黄哥马上就来了，你让他来。好的，那接下来一场比赛的话，对于下一场比赛的一个胜负来一个预测吧。
接下来就是我们的比赛了吧？那我们肯定是会，我们肯定是会。大比分战胜对手。
非常有信心啊，觉得自己下一场比赛一定会大比分胜利，很有信心。那有没有什么话想对你们的对手说呢？
打 ABS 的话也没什么好说的吧，我们已经在研究下一轮的排阵了。
ABS 前面采访的时候也说，你们应该万万没有想到这一轮会打他们。我感觉你们两边都是对自己很有信心的。那我们非常期待这一场精彩的比赛。那也是感谢 In Chat 接受到我们的采访，谢谢。
谢谢
，Thank you。
好的，两边队伍都非常的有信心和气势呢，大战一触即发。我们把画面交给我们超级无敌专业的解说席。
And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to day number 2 of the WTL 2023 KaiZi Summer Playoffs. I'm of course your side VIP. I'm joined by Asher for this lovely second match here of the night.
Let's go. I don't know how much I have left in the tank, but I'm sure these players will bring it out of us. It's gonna be a late one.
Man, what do you? We're halfway there, Poppy. We got this, right? We can do this, right? Yeah.
Living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it. I swear. It's happening again. On a prayer.
Mate, we costed all night last night. We can do it 2 nights in a row. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine doing anything other than casting.
What are you doing? What are you doing with your weekend? What are you laddering? What are you streaming?
No.
Oh my god!
I was gonna go do something tomorrow morning, but I don't think I'm gonna do it anymore because we have DKZ versus ABYDOS. This is a banger of a matchup. We've got Dark, we've got Oliveira, we've got Cure, we've got Creator. We have such amazing players that are going to be facing off against each other. Hero as well.
Oof. Let's go, Bobby. I hear what you're saying. Basically, if you're out there and if you have plans in the morning,
cancel them.
Then cancel them, just like Asher. Just
tell them if you want to hang out with me. You can watch some StarCraft on Twitch and we'll talk in the chat.
Exactly. It's all about StarCraft this weekend, not just tonight, but tomorrow night as well, as this is a 3-day event. The finals are tomorrow. Team Onside Gaming and Basilisk are still waiting for the winner of this series. They've had the luxury of waiting until Sunday. We have not.
We're talking about it a bit before as well. DKZ, they have won every single WTL. So starting here in the quarterfinals, they have 3 potentially top tier teams to get through if they want to defend their title. And that's going to be a really tough ask.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for either one of these teams, whether it's DKZ or whether it is Team ABYDOS. And yeah, this is gonna be a banger, as you were saying. I don't think it's a sure thing, even though DKZ, they do have some premier players, right? They've got arguably the best Zerg player in Korea with Dark. They've got the best Protoss in Hero. They've got Oliveira, which is a world champion. Like, they just have such high caliber players. How could they not make it to at least the finals? Well, I'm sure Kier has something to say about that. I'm sure, especially in current era, like, I don't know, man. Like, Kier, he is one of the best Terrans in the world. He can take it to any of them. I can say the same about Creator. I can say the same about Nightmare.
Yep. Or Dark or Hero. I mean, it just depends. Who's going to step up today? Who is really bringing it? Who is going to have, the performance to do it for their team? Well, let's go.
We know who's.
Oh, you're so cute.
We know who's gonna perform. It's gonna be the lovely cat, the prediction cat. Who's gonna win, Papi?
Okay,
who's gonna win?
The pink ball's just his ball.
It is. It's just.
Oh, never mind.
Oh. Oh my god. Okay, so in a turn of events, in a wild twist of fate, our lovely prediction cat has gone for Dragon KaiZi Gaming, and so have the majority of the casters. The only people that believe in ABYDOS are TKL and Xiaosi. How do you pronounce it?
Xiaosi, I think.
Xiaosi? There you go.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Who do you have your money on? If you could predict, who would it be?
I still think DKZ, honestly.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna win the competition.
Oh my! Oh, true. You did say that in day one.
Yeah.
You did say that last night. True. I do think that they have the edge here, especially considering that Team ABYDOS, they just had to work their way through a pretty intense series that went all the way to the Super Ace match. Like, that's got to be tiring. That's got to be draining. So yeah, that's something that you have to factor in as well. They've only had a couple of minutes to rest and recuperate in preparation for their next best of series. So I do hope that it is back and forth, though. You know, Asher, I want you to be stuck here with me all night long and have another Super Ace match. Let's go.
It might happen. I think it's gonna happen.
Oh, beautiful. You're not leaving.
Yaku says it's Xiaosi.
Take what Yaku says with a grain of salt. Let me tell you.
My God.
Especially when it comes to Mandarin. Okay, just saying. But you know what? I'll take your word for it. As we get into this, also a shout out to some subscribers in the chat, to Sir Robin. Oh, real Sir Robin. Let's go. Subscribing with Twitch Prime, and Turbo Quacker gifting a sub to SC2 Cicada. Turbo Quacker, an old school viewer. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for that gifted sub. And we are just getting warmed up, getting ready for some really exciting matches. I'm trying to preserve the energy. I'm looking at the pictures of the ugly cat that picks the things.
The pictures of the cat?
No, the ugly cat, yeah. I took screenshots.
Oh,
like,
of course you would. Oh my god. You're so mean as well. It's a cute cat, Papi. It's cute. It's beautiful.
Ugly cat is a genre of cute cat.
Okay.
It is cute, but like it's an ugly cat.
It pales in comparison to Rufus. You know, like I think if anyone were to judge cats, it would be the resident cat boy here in the KranKy Ducklings.
He's a pretty boy, but
yeah, exactly.
There's different genres of cute cat.
Yeah. Rufus, he's pretty. He's beautiful. It's majestic.
Mondo. Let's go.
We are just showing off our lineups here for Team ABYDOS and for DKZ. There they are, Dark, Hero, and Jeshi. I'm a little bit confused.
Page 2.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So, I was confused because they squeezed everything for Team ABYDOS in page 1. I was like, hold up, what's going on here? But there we go. There we have the players set up with their cams.
Yo, Oliveira bleached his hair.
Oliveira did bleach his hair.
That's Hero.
Wait, what? No shot. No shot. No shot.
They're memeing.
They're memeing,
F91
Papi.
Getting trolled.
Okay. Oh my god.
You got done.
So I was worried because I don't know if you saw. There's no hero. In the player cams, there was no ex-CJ hero, so I don't know if he's. Hopefully, he is available tonight, as tonight is a pretty important night. His team is gonna need him here, and we just see our first lineup. Cure coming up first once again, but he's up against Dark. Wait. What are they doing?
I think that was the real aces. I think they did the meme aces and then the real aces.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be mixing things up. They're not sending Cure out first this time. Now that they're into a very difficult team, they're going to be sending Creator first. And maybe they were doing that anticipating this opponent. It is going to be Dark, one of the best Zergs here in the world.
Oh boy, Creator versus Dark. This is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, I mean, Dark is one of the best Zerg players in the world. He is a force to be reckoned with. Recently getting his hair done, looking good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is a pretty tense matchup. Dark worries me. Dark has this kind of it factor where if he shows up, I could absolutely see him ace anyone. I could see him acing Raynor, Serral, Maru, anyone in this competition.
Yeah, that was my thought process. Seeing the first player here from DKZ, they are not holding punches. They are not holding back. To field Dark as the first player is pretty insane. It's a pretty hefty statement.
Yeah, that's right. There he is. He's blurring out the background for the safety of the viewers.
Look, they don't want to ban us on Twitch, and I appreciate it. You know, we're just going to be censoring what's there in the background, who's there in the background as well. Don't worry about it.
If anyone's getting us banned off Twitch, it'll be us and the things that we say.
It's true. We do say a lot. We have
too much.
Oh my god, as it's going to be that PvZ. Creator is a powerful player, don't get me wrong, but oh god, I feel like when it comes to their history, when it comes to their win rates, Dark does have a bit of an edge, so Creator has to come in prepared. He has to come in with a plan, especially on Gresswan.
Yeah, that's right. Both these players, they do have very weird creative plays. Dark, sometimes he kind of feels like he's improvising, but he is definitely capable of preparing some really nasty snipes. Is that you?
No, they played the cat music by accident instead of the sound clip.
Amazing. Show the cat again. Show it again.
I think they're looking for the soundbite button. They're looking for it. I'm like, going in.
Don't worry about it. Let's get this show on the road.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner for Gresswan, we have the South Korean Protoss player. For Team ABYDOS, it is a Creator.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Welcome to the dungeon. This is Dark.
You think he welcomes you in?
Yes. He welcomes me in.
Oh.
Is he not nice to you?
No. Very few words are exchanged.
Oh no. god. Did you see Duck is going to be able to get his way, gets that hatch down first.
Yeah, he's going to be going for that hatch first on the lookout. Oh, you can see Creator just stretching, getting ready, positioning himself here in his chair because he knows that he has a terrifying player ahead of him.
Yeah, and this is a pretty scary map as well to be facing Dark on. Dark has shown quite a lot of times that he is willing to proxy hatch Protosses on this map. It looks like he's not going to be doing that this time, but is Creator aware of that? Is he going to be looking for it? Is he going to be worried about that? It looks like, has he scouted?
No. Which is crazy, by the way, specifically against Dark, to not go for a probe scout against a player that is prolific when it comes to early pulls, early roach horns, early aggression. Very bold move here out of Creator, but he's not being punished for it. As we see, Dark is just going for a hatch gas pull, a standard opener out of our Zerg player, as the observer is pointing out how blind Creator is playing.
That is a wild, hard read to make for Creator, to just not scout against someone so cheesy and aggressive like Dark, but he's got it right somehow.
Yeah, there you go. He has rolled the dice. He takes a bit of a risk. He takes a bit of a gamble, but it does pay off in the end, just to be that much more economic back at home, not going for that probe scout as we get into Gressvan. And Gressvan is going to be a really interesting map here for this matchup. We've spoken before, and we kind of saw it as well. Creator, he is kind of known for this more defensive play style where he just absorbs your attacks. He musters up this death ball of an army, and then he counterattacks. He did it against a laser. Can he do it against Dark though? Like, it's gonna be difficult because Dark is just so much more decisive with his pushes, so much more decisive with his engagements.
Yeah, that's right. Both players going to be sending out a few units to get scouts. Link Scout of Dark is going to be denied just for now, but he is going to get that second one in here, and he should be sending that once he dodges out that Adept into that main to see what the tech is going to be.
There you go, just trying to avoid this. Adept's trying to slip into the main base to get a free scout of what the tech opener is. Of course, Creator has been known to go for a Twilight Council opener from time to time, or even mix things up even further. So Dark just wants to get a read on what Creator is up to, as we do have the Link dipping in, and it is going to be dealt with. Doesn't quite get a probe.
Yeah, there we go. The Links are going to be pushing him back. Quite a few Links being made by Dark here.
Yeah, again, he's taking this Adept harass very seriously, and with that, he may even try to counterattack and maybe even apply some pressure at the third base once it does get thrown down. We can see Dark just getting ready with some spores. Creator not going for an Oracle first, he's going for something else entirely.
Right, wouldn't be a Dark early game if he wasn't a little bit supply blocked.
Yeah, and that could come back as well because it is a Void Ray first out of Creator after said Oracle. So he's going to be looking to clean up some of these Overlords. He's going to be looking to keep Dark in said Dark, and we'll keep an eye on Creator. We'll see if he does something quirky off of this. We saw in the previous game, he's even willing to delay his third base by quite a bit to go into faster robo production, for example.
That does come down. I do worry when I see Oracle, Void Ray, Oracle, because that is how the 2 Stargate build used to go.
Yeah, it's dangerous for the casters. As the links are coming on in, you were pointing it out earlier. A lot of links were made in the early game, and both Adepts are going to be going down. The third Adept is under threat as well. Looks like, can we barely just get it up?
Yeah, that is going to be pushed back here. Nice little trades on both sides. Dark continuing to be very aggressive with these links, but the Oracle dives back in, gets a couple more drones.
Oh, does get 2 drones here for 3 Adepts across the map. Not too bad. Dark getting supply blocked again here, losing one of those Overlords to that Void Ray. So nicely done by Creator. Meanwhile, behind this, he is going for that Forge. He's working on his upgrades. Twilight Council is on the way as well, so not too much of a delay on that Twilight Council. This time, he is going for some Gateway tech, for some Gateway upgrades, I imagine.
Yeah, okay. Looks like it's going to be pretty standard stuff so far.
Yeah, this should be into either +1 Blink Stalkers or +1 Charge Lots. We'll keep an eye on the Creator, see what he goes for. Before that happens, the Oracle has rocked up and he's looking for some more damage. He gets another drone. Oh!
Yeah, Oracle is going to be pushed back. Doesn't lose that, luckily, but you can see already 7 drones have gone down in total. That is manageable, but we have to keep an eye on things. Dark does not want to be losing too much more than that.
Yeah, exactly. 2 more drones did go down. Adepts are going to be threading a shade in towards that natural, but we do have links to keep up with those shades. +1 and Blink are on the way from Creator. So again, he's really switching things up here. Oh, actually, it's +1 and Blink, and he's going for a second Forge.
Wow, okay, second forward, so it's going to be that mass gateway sort of style, something MaxPax has been using a lot, but he's coming up against Spire play from Dark. Pretty unusual.
Yeah, we have been seeing a lot of Dark recently in these online or weekly tournaments, and Dark has been known, especially on some of these larger maps like Ancient Cistern or I guess even Gressman, to go for this hidden Spire. And if the Spire goes unscouted, he is willing to just double down and mass muta.
Yeah, mass muta can be pretty terrifying in this matchup. It does often lead to base trades and wild situations like that. The counter potential, and especially if the Stalkers do get battered down. Wow, Dark unflinching. How did he know that that was not going to go?
Oh my god, he knew that that base was safe and sound, perfectly safe against that Void Ray. Does keep it alive, does preserve it, is going to be taking another base towards the north. That is where the Stalkers are headed. It looks like Creator wants to try to apply some pressure, wants to try to deny at least some of these bases, as he still has not come across the Spire. Oh my god.
Barely misses out on scouting that Spire though.
That is so unfortunate. He was so close. We have Oracles diving into the main base, and Oracle is going to get shot down from the skies, and he will not see the Spire. Mutas are now in production.
Nice snipe there by Dark. Creator is going to be taking that southern base, already getting his 4th, but Dark is preparing here with the Muta attack. I think having all his bases in a line like this for Creator is going to help him a little bit when it comes to defending these Mutas. They're not going to be bouncing between the triangle, which can be really annoying to deal with, but it's still going to be kind of tough if he doesn't have enough Stalkers.
Yeah, especially because Creator is going double robo production, double robo into, it looks like going to be Colossus or even Disruptors. He's going for this massive ground toss, and here we go. The Mutas are on the way, still unscattered. 5 more Mutas are in production as well. Creator, he's throwing down cannons and shield batteries, but are they going to be done in time? Are they going to be in position?
It's a lot of Mutas. You don't normally see this many Mutas committed to when it's just this kind of attack. Often it's just 5, but Dark is going hard on the Muta harass here, and he does really catch these bases pretty heavily undefended. There is a cannon to start picking away at these Mutas, but none have gone down just yet, and 10 probes so far.
10 probes. We have 7 more Mutas in production, by the way. Again, Dark is doubling down. He's getting +1 air attack as well, and he's able to go for a bit of a flyby. We do have Disruptors on the way. We have Blink Stalkers, and now we are starting Phoenix production.
All right, Phoenix is on the way. Do you see another Stargate being started up as well?
Yeah, so Creator taking this very seriously to get into that Phoenix production. No fleet beacons, so no Phoenix range for the time being, as the Muta Cloud has gotten higher and higher, and he's diving in, looking to depower these Stargates.
Yeah, depower is one of them. That means that there's not going to be too much more Phoenix production. He's trying to dive back and get that Phoenix taken out. Looks like Creator going to throw down a cannon and a shield battery so that doesn't happen again, but that second Stargate, very crucial. Seems like Creator does know how Dark likes to play this. He's probably been playing him a little bit recently when he's been going for this style.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it, right? Like, Dark has been known to go mass muta, and he is just amassing nothing but mutas right now. A massive cloud is going to be upon us. Creator, he's keeping up for the most part. He hasn't lost too many workers yet, but Dark has the map control. He's up to 80+ workers. He's even got +2 air attack on the way.
Yeah, +2 air on the way, and I'm a little bit worried for Dark. He has to be so careful with these mutas because he doesn't have very much on the ground.
Yeah, not too much to support. A mass muta army can be a terrifying thing. Does take down 2 of those Phoenixes, doesn't quite get the Stargate.
Yeah, gorgeous micro, just shuffling those mutas over and over again to get the fresh health ones at the front. Looks like he's going to be going for a little bit of an attack now that he sees the Stalkers are out of position.
Is going for a massive run by here towards the southern portion of that. Not a lot on the ground to defend, not enough on the ground to defend. Looks like the cannons will fall. At the same time, the mutas, they dive back in, they take down the Stargate.
Mutas in the main will make sure that all of the Stalkers do need to be kept back there. Big blink does come out, so Dark is going to be losing quite a few of these mutas.
Quite a few mutas do go down, but they rotate over towards the natural base, and it looks like they're looking for another deep power on that Stargate. Actually, they just focus the Stargate down.
Yeah, he takes out the fleet beacon. That is a bit of catharsis there for Zerg players in the chat. There's one thing you hate, it's going to be carriers, and Dark probably hates it too because he just committed a lot to killing that fleet beacon.
And he just made another wave of 14 mutas, by the way. So just hammering down that muta button here. Upon taking down both Stargates, looks like Creator, he has just given up on the cause of Phoenixes and he's going for Archons instead. That does mean that he has a bit of a less mobile army. Sure, he's got some Blink Stalkers, but oh god, it's still so difficult to keep up with the mass muta.
Yeah, Lings and Mutas at the front here. Looks like the Mutas are going to try to clear the way for the Lings to come on in. Lings diving on top of the Stalkers. This is crazy play coming out from Dark. He is so unpredictable, so creative, but he's losing a lot of Mutas here.
A lot of Mutas are going down, but he does take down a lot of the Stalkers as well, hoping to snowball out of control as he dives towards that southern base location, but the Stalkers are keeping up.
Yeah, there we go. Demi in the chat. He sees the mass Muta and he just comes out of nowhere.
I was gonna say something, but never mind. As the Mutas are just stuck here in the corner of Gressman, but we have another force over on the right-hand side. The Stalkers keeping these Mutas pinned in, but no, do they find a way out?
They are going to be working their way out here, taking a few probes out on their way as well. 5 going to be going down. They've got to be careful not to fly over these Archons especially.
Exactly. Again, we do run past those Archons. They do so much splash damage to those Mutas, but alas, they're able to avoid them. Dark now maxed out here with almost a pure Muta army. He dives into the main. He catches some more of these Stalkers. He finds a stray Archon.
Yeah, Stalker's going to be going down. They definitely cannot compete with this many Mutas, and Creator's having a really tough time with the mobility.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even though in a head-to-head fight, Creator may win. He may have enough anti-air to deal with these Mutas, but he just cannot fight them. He cannot keep up as he loses his mineral line. He loses a lot of these production buildings as well as they all get depowered. Oh.
Yeah, a lot of Mutas going down.
Yeah, that was an interesting trade out of Dark. At the same time, it looks like we do have a Zealot run by across the map. 7 drones are going down. This is going to force all the Mutas back home. Well, some of them back home. Meanwhile, the Mutas, they just keep on pushing forward. They take down the cannons. They force a recall as well. Again, just showing the Creator he just has a really hard time keeping up. And unfortunately, he doesn't have an amazing army to go for a big counterattack either. He just hasn't been able to muster up enough of a force. And yeah, he's just struggling. Oh, we may have lost.
I'm back, by the way.
What happened?
My internet went down for a moment there.
Never leave me again.
But these Mutas, they are being split up now, so we do have Mutas to the north, Mutas to the south as well. Dark is looking to just overwhelm Creator. This is where Dark absolutely excels. When he can create chaos in the mid to late game, he can just pull anyone apart. He loves this kind of game state.
Yeah, and over the course of the last couple of minutes, you can see that Creator, he's just been plummeting in the supply. He hasn't been getting bigger. He's been getting smaller here, just dropping to 140, 130, 120 supply as the Mutas just keep on bouncing back and forth, pulling him apart.
Yeah, Dark is being such a nuisance here with these Mutas. And even with all the Stalkers being committed here, Dark just takes the fight. He's happy to trade Stalkers and Mutas.
I mean, Dark has full map control. Even if he loses a couple of Mutas here or there, he can replace them. He has a bank to work with. He can fight inefficiently if need be. As long as he takes down some units, then it's well worth it for Dark.
Yeah, the Mutas are going to be pushed back for the moment, but 2 flocks set up on either end of this natural now.
Yeah, the Stalkers are still pinned in the main base, and Dark, he's rotating towards the southern bases instead. Is going to be spotted by that Oracle, but is Creator going to be able to rotate over in time?
Mutas run on in. This base is in some trouble. There's enough Mutas here that they could actually start focusing down Nexus.
Oh, they can focus down whatever they want, mate. They take down the Archon in one volley, take down the shield batteries, the cannons, as they head towards the main, and they look for another mineral line.
Yeah, probes are dropping like flies. Creator just cannot get enough here to deal with this. These Stalkers running for their lives from the Mutas. Dark is just going to take the fight here.
Yeah, he takes the fight. He has more than enough. The Stalker army crumbles. There's only a handful of Stalkers remaining here. The overcharge was used earlier. GG gets called, and Dark will take game number 1.
Insane stuff coming out from Dark. He beats to the sound of his own drum, and he pulls out a very special game for the first game of this series.
Yeah, going mass Muta, it all comes down, it all came back to that hidden spire that never got scattered despite the oracles, despite the hallucination scouts. Creator never came across that tech. He wasn't ready for it, and by the time he saw it, he was trying to respond, he was trying to react, trying to get into those Stargates, into the Phoenixes, but we saw how long that lasted.
Yeah, that's right. The Phoenix response didn't quite work out, and it's because Dark was so active and so aggressive, taking out Stargates, depowering Stargates as well. He just never really let Creator get comfortable at any point.
Yeah, exactly. Just snowballing out of control. And with that, a powerful start here for Dark. And this is what I was concerned about. As amazing of a player as Creator is, I do feel like Dark typically has his number, and he's coming in as the favorite player. He's coming in as a player that needs to be taken seriously. It needs to be sniped. It needs to be brought down. It can Creator bring it back, though, because it is going to be his map choice.
Yeah, it is very important here for ABYDOS. The Creator's able to take out Dark, because once you get Dark rampaging, he's going to be extremely hard to stop. Once he's got those juices flowing, feeling creative, and playing freely, there's no one that freestyles and makes the game his own, quite like Dark.
Yeah, he is typically full of that juice, filled to the brim, and we'll see if Creator can keep up, can maybe try to drain that from him as we're going to be getting ready for game number 2. What kind of map are we going to be seeing? I'm curious as well. I didn't see the vetoes. I saw DKZ, they vetoed Babylon, if I'm not mistaken, but I didn't see quite what ABYDOS vetoed.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they picked out. I feel like I don't understand how the vetoes work here. Like sometimes I see them veto something and it just gets played anyway. I don't really know how it works.
I think it's just you can't pick that map, but
I think it's also just the other team can't pick it. Like,
yeah.
You can pick it if you veto it, but they can't.
Yeah, I think that is the case. But regardless, Creator, he's going for Dragon Scales.
All right, so going for a little bit of a smaller map. I think he doesn't want to deal with mutas again.
Yeah, these smaller maps do kind of eliminate the possibility for mutas. I say that. It just makes it so much more difficult to get away with something like muta play.
But we are not messing around. We're getting straight back into it. In the top left-hand corner of the map, the blue Protoss. This is Creator.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the red Zerg player for DKZ Gaming. It is Dark. This time, Creator, he is not playing with fire. He's not playing in the dark. He is going for a probe across the map here just in time to force the unnatural natural and to scout his opponent as well.
Yeah, he's going to be stopping that from going down. Dark does have some fancy tricks sometimes to make sure that he does get the natural, but no, this time just going to be going straight for that third as his second base. And Creator going to be opening up relatively standard. We haven't seen a Twilight Council opener from him tonight yet, but if there's any time to pull it out and snipe someone, this might be it.
Yeah, this wouldn't be a bad map for it. So we'll keep our eye out for a Twilight Council opener. We'll keep an eye out for something like Lava Depths. For the time being, Dark is going for, you know, the stock standard ZVP here. Going for a hatch, going for a gas, going for a pool.
Okay. Nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy. Asher, I know you've been dabbling your toes, your feet, your fingers into that Zerg. Have you spiced anything up so far? Have you explored too much, or just you playing macro? What's going on, Bobby? What's going on?
I'm playing standard versus Terran and Protoss, and then 2-base Roach versus Zerg.
Oh, okay.
Because it's really easy. I was just like, I just want to like concentrate on learning the other matchups and just do something super straightforward in ZVZ.
Yeah,
it's so easy. It's just like you just make riches.
Yeah, I was about to say that it is a pretty good kind of build to just kind of ease your way into that and really be safe as well against a lot of stuff early on. Here, yeah, likewise, we can see Dark opening up standard as well against Protoss. I do feel like our eyes are mostly on Creator. Like, even though Dark was a little bit tricksy going for a Spire, our eyes are on Creator to mix things up, and for good reason.
Yep, there we go. We're talking about it. That he hasn't put out a Twilight Council build it yet, but on a smaller map like this, it might be worth doing. And especially when you do go for that block, I do think it's maybe a little bit obvious when he doesn't scout the game that he goes Stargate and he does block the game that he goes Twilight, but he's going to be doing a really good job here of at least blocking this link. Oh, I say that. Come on, Creator. Yeah, okay.
The Ling is going to go down with this Twilight Council opener. It looks like we haven't pulled out a gas. This could be a D. No, okay, there we go. We do pull out a gas in the end. This should be for Glaive Eps. We'll see how many gateways get thrown down for our Protoss player.
Really cool mind game coming out from him as well. He realizes that the Overlord is sitting there at the natural, so he throws down the second gate at the timing that you would do it for a Stargate. And he's also using this Stalker to deny scouting.
There we go. So Dark is still not fully aware what's going on, but oh my god, that is a very fast Roach Warren at less than, I think it was 325 Roach Warren here for Dark.
He's worked it out somehow. Looks like he did get the scout on the Twilight Council.
There you go. He did barely catch a glimpse of the Twilight Council. He's aware of the Glaive Adepts that are coming across the map. This is going to be 4-gate Glaive Adept. Not too committed here from our Protoss player. You can, of course, throw down additional gateways. But with 4 gateways, you can transition. You can expand it behind it.
Yeah, very traditional version of the Glaives build coming out here. Popularized by Zest, of course. He did have a Reign of Terror for a little while where he was just 4-gate glaving every Zerg, and it seemed like no one knew how to hold it. These days, people are a little bit better at it, but the Protosses likewise are a little bit better at transitioning out of it.
Yeah, exactly. These are very different, more economic variations of that opener. The Adepts are moving out. Roaches are already on the way. Again, because Dark saw this ahead of time, his Roach Warren was done, and with this, he should have enough here to deflect at least the initial wave. You can see that Dark is getting ready for DTs as well. He is making those safety spores.
Yeah, so Dark just checking all those boxes. He will see that initial warp in as well. It's mostly going to be Lings that deal with this with just 3 Ravagers as well. This can be quite a technical defense if he does manage to hold down the Adepts with a Ling surround and land those biles. He will absolutely shut this down. So Creator has to be very careful on which shades he decides to commit to.
Exactly, like as you mentioned, a big supply block, 5 Overlords on the way for Dark. Not ideal in this situation, but he's gonna try and work with what he has. He goes for a massive Ling counterattack, very risky move. He has almost nothing at home to defend. He has 3 Ravagers. He's vulnerable, but he pulls it off.
Yeah, he's gonna be stopping this base from getting up here as Creator is looking to get a little bit tricky with how he does this.
Yeah, exactly. Goes straight into the main base, goes for a massive warp in of Adepts. It looks like the Prism is going to go down, but he does get a couple of workers at the same time. We do force a cancel on the 3rd base of Creator.
Yeah, all the Adepts come home and we get a cancel. That is huge. But Creator, he's getting on top of these drones. 8 of them going down already, 9 going down. That's some really good damage.
Yeah, really impressive considering the fact that the majority of the Adepts were across the map instead. So very well done by Creator outside of the fact that he was forced to cancel his 3rd. So things are still up in the mix here. Dark, he's not droning, by the way. He's only on 32 workers. He's amassing a Roach army. He's looking for a big attack.
He is totally all-inning off 32 workers, and I love this DT shrine from Creator as well. I believe Creator has noticed that, if I'm not mistaken, there's no lair. So if he does get all-in and he can use defensive DTs, that's going to be a really clever way to hold this.
As you were saying, the Dark Shrine is just such a powerful defensive tool in this position. If Dark commits to the all-in, he has no way of dealing with those DTs, and it's going to be a disastrous position here for the Zerg player. Now, the Dark Shrine is still on the way, and Dark is already amassing his army. He could try to take down the 3rd before DTs are available.
I really like how Creator's doing this as well. He's throwing some shades back and then walking forward with the Adepts to try to catch these Lings out of position and get the trades going early.
Yeah, he is throwing it back, and we do see the shade back towards that 3rd base. We're heading towards that natural instead, but the Dark Shrine is soon to be upon us. It looks like Darky's trying to bust in.
Yeah, the shade behind the force fields. Another sentry being warped in on the high ground to help force field that if need be. This is a beautiful hold so far by Creator, but Dark is getting on top of everything. The Adepts are going down.
Adepts are falling. We do see the shield batteries being focused down as well. It looks like Dark is pushing on through, but the DTs have been revealed. Immediately, Dark, he starts droning. He starts a lair.
Yeah, instant lair. The DTs is going to turn this back. Ooh, Creator has to be very careful. That was very cute stuff from Dark. He actually tries to block the DT with his units to get the bar to land on it.
That was really cute. I appreciate it. Didn't work, but I love the effort there as Dark is forced all the way back home. Creator, he has held. He survived. He's now ahead.
I actually remember Ragnarok in a similar situation, hold positioning Lings around the DT and then biling it.
Yep. That didn't happen too long ago. That was a really iconic moment. Definitely. As Creator has a worker lead, he has an even base count. Charge is done. Immortal production on the way. Forge as well. Dark, he's got some catching up to do. He has a larger army. He has a lot to work with, sure. But how much can he really get done, especially with DTs on the field?
Yeah, Dark is, by all accounts, behind and pretty much dead, but it is Dark. So that's kind of where he likes to be. I'm not sure why, but he does some amazing work from this kind of position. And we have the Overseer in position now. Creator not going to be relying again on those DTs. Does trust Dark to have the answer here, but this is a pretty terrifying army that Dark is here with.
Exactly. We do have an overcharge, but the shield battery is going to be bowed down. It looks like the Archons are good enough to shoo away these links. GG gets called, and Creator takes game at number 2. Tying it up 1-1.
I love the camera reactions. Creator with the big fist pump. Dark actually, I think he was pump faking the keyboard smash there for a moment. He was not looking too happy as well. Definitely frustrated with how that one went because he did have a really good hold at the start there, but the counterattack just wasn't quite it.
Exactly. We talked about it, but going for that Dark Shrine in that position for Creator to identify as well accurately that his opponent was going to go for a big all-in. DTs are exactly what you want in that position. Just deflected Dark immediately and just pushed him into a really, really troubling position where he was just behind by all accounts. And yeah, really well done there by Creator.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Both players getting bigger wins on the board, but obviously meant a lot to Creator to take out Dark there. He knows how important that is going to be for his team, and with that, DKZ is going to have to dip a little bit further into their roster. We're still wondering, is Hero here today? Is he going to be showing up, or are we going to have to rely on just Jieshi and Oliveira to see this one through?
Yeah, that's the question. Like, I'll be honest, I was concerned after game 1. I was concerned that that Dark wouldn't just bring down Creator, but he would start going on a bit of a win streak as well. That was definitely something on my mind, and I'm sure it was on Creator's mind as well. So for him to bring down Dark here and now is so important. It is so impactful to the series, as both teams will now have to field new players.
Yeah, Dark not looking too happy, but it seems like Oliveira in some pretty good spirits, so he should be set to play this one. He is, of course, just a normal man that loves playing StarCraft, so any opportunity that he can get to test his skills going to be delightful to him.
He's just an ordinary man, just a simple man.
Just innocent men.
Exactly.
We're just normal men.
Just normal men. Yeah, that is Oliveira in a nutshell. So yeah, I imagine he's gonna be fielded next. Unless Hero is lying in wait, that is the question here. As both teams do have to come out here with a bit of with some fresh players. Still tied up. Good stuff.
Yeah, deliberations going down between the teams. We have seen this time and time again, where they're trying to work out who's the best player to send, who are they going to be, maybe trying to snipe, who's going to be the best for the first map. In this format, of course, if you guys aren't familiar with it, best of 2s, and the first map is always picked, always known beforehand, and the second map is picked by the loser.
Yeah, speaking of, the first map is going to be Dragon Scale, so we're going to be heading back over to that map in this second best of 2. So that may influence the players here.
Oh my God.
Also, on top of that, I'm sure they're going to want to try to snipe and predict other opposing players as well. Does ABYDOS field Cure here and now, or are we just going to hold off on that a little bit more?
Guitar solo needs to chill. My goodness. It's going crazy.
They're popping off, Bobby. They're popping off. And for good reason. Oh boy, as the teams are still trying to figure things out. My hopes are still for Nightmare. It would be a shame if we go through the entire night and we don't manage to see Nightmare play.
Just so distracted. The guitarist is going ham.
Oh my god, you should join him, Papi. Join him. When was the last time you played? When was the last time?
Actually, it has been a little while. It's probably been about a week.
That's not too bad. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I used to play for hours every day.
Smooch. I caught up with Chase. I was casting with Chase this morning. I was casting KSL, and I did notice he had like, I want to say 4. He had 4 guitars in the background. I was like, oh my god, you've gotten more, because last time I saw him, last time I saw him, he had 3. And then after the cast ended, I was like, mate, so how many guitars do you have? And then he pans the camera over to his wall. He's got 5 more guitars. He's got 9 in total, mate.
Oh,
and
no.
a ukulele. It's
happen?
crazy. It's crazy. Oh my
I'm trying
God.
to think. I've had 5 into ukulele at some point. I sold quite a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got 4 on a ukulele at the moment.
Yeah. It's like, do you really need 9 guitars?
Yes. I would love to have 9 guitars.
You're an animal, mate. You're
and I think I would be able to work out what they all are as well. Like if I sat down for like, let's say 5 minutes, I could work out the 9 guitars I want.
Shaking my head. But yeah, it was good to catch with Chase again. Good to catch up after a long time being away. He's just been busy working, working like these players here, trying to figure out who they want to send out.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen Chase in a while, but now we know where all the money's going.
Well, there was no doubt. Poppy. There was no doubt. Also, you can see the shark is back. They propped the shark back up.
They found him.
Yeah.
He's returned. Oh, okay. I see where he is now.
Yeah. Beautiful. I still don't know what the bunnies are. Does anyone in the chat know what? Oh, right. The
family, the evil Happy Tree Friends family.
Is it? It's still the year of the bunny, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. Year of the rabbit.
Maybe.
Okay. Oh god, as it looks like the team still need a little bit of time here. It's also very possible. I hope it's not the case, but it's also possible that maybe they're just on Kakao right now. They're just dialing up Hero. They're trying to wake him up, trying to make sure that he's available for tonight's matches.
I checked. I have 5 guitars. I forgot about one.
Shaking my head.
I think 3 of them are broken.
Is that why you have another guitar though? Did one of them break and you're like, instead of fixing it, you just get another guitar? Or
my current acoustic is because my other ones are broken, but I have. Wait, what is that guitar? Why do I have 2? There's 2 acoustics. I'm not sure why there's 2, but I'm pretty sure they're both broken. And then there's a classical that's broken as well. Maybe I need to take them to Chase's shop to get them fixed.
Maybe you should fix. I feel like fixing them is probably cheaper than buying a new one. I could be wrong on that one.
The new acoustic was a gift because my friend who knows me very well, she noticed that like I just was not going to get the other guitars fixed because she knows I'm lazy, so she just got me a new one.
You're an animal. Aye. You should like fax them over to Chase and then he'll fix them for you.
Fax them?
Yeah.
All right, I'll fax them.
There you go.
There he is. He'll fix them for me. Okay.
Oh, let's go as he has arrived. It may be the case that they were on Kakao. They were calling him up. They were sending out the SOS signal. We need a hero, and Hero has arrived.
Mate, he's playing from the space station.
Like, is he wearing like a two-face suit? Like, is he half black, half white? Am I crazy?
It kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
I think it's like.
Is it being green screened?
I'm pretty sure it's the same color as like the DKZ shirts. Like it's the same layout as the DKZ shirts, but it looks like a blazer.
Yeah.
It looks like he's wearing a sports jacket with no shirt underneath.
I can get behind that, Buffy. Let's go. Oh my god. No, yeah, it looks like his right hand side, the white side, is being like keyed out, right? Am I crazy?
I'm pretty confused. Not gonna lie.
I'm pretty sure that's just very, very strong light.
Okay. Good.
怎么说呢？只能说尊重吧，我操。
Oh, we're hearing them.
这个发型是因为虚拟背景的原因吗？把他头发吃掉了是不是？
他头发剪得很短这一次。
Asher, what are they saying?
讲道理，这个发型没有冠军相。
The lies.
Okay. Looks like we're just listening into their conversation a little bit here on what they're trying to do, how they're trying to figure it out. I imagine because they were waiting for Hero, I imagine Hero is coming up next, but I guess we'll see.
But is it being translated for them? Hero and Dark have just like the most blank expression, so I don't think they speak Mandarin.
I was gonna say that I'm pretty sure they're like having a conversation in Mandarin, and then Hero and Dark, they're just chilling. They're just
Dark is just like inactive, like the batteries have been taken out.
I mean, mate, he had a rough loss, you know, like he's still recovering from that. He's still taking that in, and you know, I'm sure
we're not going to be shaving this mustache for a long time.
Oh, smooch, papi, smooch.
He's just picturing himself as like an 80-year-old man. Still got the mustache and the beard, never made it in Stormgate. Smooch.
No, not like this. For those wondering what we're referring to, famously, Dark in an interview at the beginning of the year, he was asked why he started growing facial hair, because he started growing the goatee maybe a year ago. And he explained that the reason for it was because I think he had made a bet, or maybe a bet with himself, maybe a bet with someone else, that he wouldn't shave until he won a premier tournament. And they asked him like, oh, if your team wins WTL, does that count? He's like, no. It's gonna be like individual league sort of thing, like a GSL or a world championship or something like that. So that's the story behind the facial hair of Dark. Yeah, we'll see how much longer we have it. As it looks like, we are just heading on over to Team ABYDOS here, and DRG is still gone.
Nightmare has returned. He's back in the closet.
He's back in the closet. Is he going to be coming out next? We shall see. As no, it's going to be Cure.
Do you want to say though? Looks like Nightmare's got some dope jackets. I would actually like to go through that closet.
Yeah. Take it off, Bobby. Take it off.
And yep, Cure is going to be called upon. He has been the ace for ABYDOS so far. We've seen him come out first quite a few times, but we're saving him this time, and he is going to be going up against Hero. Cure versus Hero. This TVP could be the finals of any major tournament, so this is quite a treat that we have now.
Let's go, mate. Let's go. We have the best of the best. We have arguably the best Protoss player in the world up against one of the best Terrans in the world as well. And it looks like that's why we had a bit of an extended break. Looks like they were just trying to get their hands on Hero, and the hands are on.
Here we go. Hero versus Dark. Very exciting matchup. Apparently Hero spends a lot on his build. I don't know. Actually, I hate these pie charts.
shaking my head. And it looks like we are getting ready here. Game 1 is going to be on Dragon Scales. We apologize for the extended break, but now the StarCraft, it will start and it will not stop. Oh boy, and this is going to be a really tough one. If there's a 2-0 in either direction, that's going to be insane.
Yeah, I could definitely see it going either way. Hero's form in PvT has been a little bit shaky, but he's the kind of player that, because he's... Oh, let's get the intros.
DKZ Gaming Game 2 好戏开场了
Let's go. Hero is one of those players where he's so creative, so innovative that you never know when he's going to come up with something crazy and new to blow away the Terrans. But here we go. In the top left for ABYDOS, this is Cure.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner for Dragon KaiZi Gaming, we have the red Protoss player. It is Hero.
Right, nice early probe going straight across the map. Something that Hero does like to do that is quite unique to him is getting this aggression going early, just harassing this SCV with the probe. Hero just loves to be annoying, loves to get under his opponent's skin.
Oh yeah, exactly. The classic Stephen Curry maneuver. As he is here just being a bit of a menace to the worker line of Cure. He is quick to pull an SCV away to try to shoo away this probe and make sure it is as little of a nuisance as possible.
I love this as well. I feel like this is just so much to do with Hero's personality when he plays StarCraft, where he wants to be on you from the start and just constantly sending waves and waves and waves of pressure. So it just makes so much sense that, you know, he starts with the probe and then it's the Adept and then it's the Oracle and then it's the Blink Stalkers. He just loves to send out these waves of pressure.
He does, and it often does get under the skin of his opponents, or does just add up over time. It's a great way to make use of his excess APM, his excess just attention, something that very few other players can do.
Yep. He's just going to be hanging around for just a moment, confirms that it is a Reaper, not a Marine. I'm a bit surprised to see him going back in. I guess he just wants to make sure that that depot is there, but I think he's going to lose his probe now.
Yeah, it's possible. He's going to try his best here to hide said probe, but the Reaper is on the hunt. No, never mind. The Reaper does head through the center of the map, and the probe will survive.
Reaper goes straight across the map now to see what's going on the side of Hero. Hero was being pretty annoying, and now it's Cure's chance to just be a bit of a pest here with the Reaper.
Reaper is looking to dive in, get a full scout off, maybe get some economic damage done, and of course, scout the tech as well. As we can see, Hero is going for a Twilight Council opener.
Interesting. Yeah, we do often see Hero going for a Stargate instead. But it looks like he's going to be opting for a Twilight Council opener. He is, of course, a very flexible player, has lots of aggressive ways to play the game. Cure, he is really bringing it today, getting a lot of shots off with that Reaper. Quite difficult to do that without taking damage.
Definitely very tidy micro there from that Reaper. Of course, it can slightly outrange, and Adept can out control against one, but he is going to be eventually forced back. Behind this, we do have our 1-1-1 follow-up for Cure is working on said starport.
Okay, going to be double Adept coming out here for Hero, so that can often lead into 4-gate Blink. Oh, Cure trying to see if he could find a jump there to get that Reaper out of there, but no, it is going to go down after it does confirm the researching Twilight.
Yeah, there we go. He did get his eyes on that tech. He's aware that there's no Stargate, no Phoenixes, no Oracles that he does have to be concerned with, and with that, he's getting ready for his own drop across the map with that Widow Mine production.
Looks like we've got a Hellion coming out on the map as well for Cure, so that's going to be dipping in, getting an eye on this gateway count, trying to confirm whether it's 4-gate Blink or anything like that. We have seen quite a few times now this 3-gate setup from Creator, and I can see now how that can hide whether it's 4-gate Blink as well.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that work wonders against Clem and just use that to Creator's advantage and win out on the mind games. As we can see for the time being, Hero is just committing to 3 gateways, should be working on his third base momentarily once he does have a force on the map, and he's just being so active with these Adepts as he just continues to shade in, continues to get a read on his opponent.
Yeah, the double Adept is super annoying, takes so much attention from the Terran, should just be constantly opening and shutting that gate, but here we go, Cure does get in, he spots the 4 gases, so he knows it's not going to be 4-gate Blink now.
Yeah, has confirmed the gas mining of his opponent back at home. Pretty standard follow-up, I should say, getting into Ravens, getting into the tanks. We still have that medevac drop out on the map, I believe. Still haven't quite gone for it yet, but as I say that, it's coming in.
Yeah, mind drop going to be coming on in. Hero does have the Observer in position, bit of a slow burrow from Cure as well, so this mind drop getting shut down quite convincingly.
Very nicely done, very nicely handled by Hero, not really sustaining any losses whatsoever, no kind of major overreactions as he does shut down the medevac.
Hero's staying on 2 base as well.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, instead of getting a 3rd base, he throws down 2 forges and a bay.
I have been hearing whisperings about this build, so this is a very old school build. People haven't really played like this in a long time, but it's going to be double upgrades, and it's going to be very early Colossus on 2 bases.
Yeah, very tech heavy, very greedy stuff here coming out from Hero, investing so much into this tech. It will go unscattered, especially now that the mine drop was dealt with, and Hero's going to go for a bit of a later 3rd instead.
Yeah, this is interesting. I can't say I've really seen this at this level very much at all, but this can lead into quite a few different things. With those double upgrades, he's going to have very strong gateway forces, so if he can get some momentum out on the map and maybe just play 4 gas for the rest of the game and be going very heavy on the expansions, he can have a very dominating map presence.
Yeah, exactly. It's very very Haas-esque, you know. It's been a while since we've seen these gateway heavy compositions, but a couple of years ago they were a little bit more in the meta. So yeah, really cool to see Hero go for a variation of that as he's just getting ready back at home. Raven is coming in for some harass, is spotted by the Observer, and yeah, Stalkers are in position.
Okay. We are going to be seeing this Raven dropping down, trying to snipe this probe. That was a strange turret.
I think he was trying to get the Observer. I think the Observer was maybe slightly within range, but yeah, didn't quite manage to get it in the end. And oh boy, Kira is just forced to back off with that Raven for the time being. And with his Observer, he does get eyes on the move out.
Yeah, okay. Big move out, 3 tank move out coming out from Cure. That Raven is going to be a little bit short on energy, which is a bit of a shame because if we could disable these Colossus, we'd be in a fantastic position. But as it is, pretty Marine heavy on the army as Cure.
Yeah, we can see Hero just immediately diving on top of this, forcing the siege, getting some damage done on that Raven as the army gets pushed back. I love it. We go for a double drop into the main.
That was some really nice micro from Hero, just getting some damage on that Raven for free there with the blink.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, the drop does get in. Forces of recall as well. Good damage is being done, and we're able to quickly pick up and get out of there without losing much of anything.
Oh, lovely setup by Cure here. He is going to be getting a lot of those Stalkers. And Cure actually taking a big supply lead.
Yeah, very good fight, very good trade here from Cure, just luring Hero in and getting so many free Stalkers. And now we have a secondary push on the left-hand side. We have a double drop moving on out, looking to try and pull Hero apart. Hero does have a pretty solid Colossus count, but can he keep up with the multi-prong aggression?
Okay, yeah, he is going to be pushing back here. 3 Colossus already out here, so Cure is going to be having a difficult time getting damage with his pushes here, but he is just looking to split up the forces of Hero.
Yeah, exactly. And Hero has been able to split up. He does lose a Zealot, but for the most part, he is going to be able to hold on to his third base. Likewise, Cure does not find a way into the main either with his drop play. Instead, Cure is just containing his opponent, trying to keep him on his toes while he takes his own third on location.
Yep, very tidy split there by Hero. Is going to be just losing that one Zealot, and this is where the trouble begins. Because Cure, he is getting that third down, he's landing it, getting that mining, but every moment that does pass is trouble for him as, it looks like that was a bit of a miss rally of the SCVs.
Yeah, I saw the SCVs earlier and I was like, is this intentional? Clearly not. So many SCVs just not going to be mining here for quite some time.
Yeah, looks like maybe a misclick when he was transferring those to the third.
Yeah, so a bit of a mistake here, and to be fair, this is what Hero needed, especially after the trades going Cure's way earlier, and here we go, Cure is pushing in over towards that third base location. A lot of mines are being borrowed.
Cure may be forcing the issue a little bit. As much as he does need to think about getting trades, just because Hero is going for this double upgrade style, and that 2-2 power spike is going to be terrifying. I do think that considering Hero isn't taking fourth, you have to be a little bit careful here as Cure.
You really do, but a really good tank volley on those Stalkers already to kick things off. The Raven topped up full of energy as well. We can see Cure just threatening that main base. There is a prism coming out across map, but I believe it was spotted by Cure. I believe he should be aware of it, hopefully.
Yeah, there's a lot going on the map though, as we do have these Colossus just getting pushed back in the main here. Cure losing quite a bit of his bio, possibly opening up an attack route, but no, that's 4 Colossus there.
Yeah, exactly. We do see Hero standing strong at his third base. He has a shield battery, he has an overcharge if he needs it. Looks like the prism does go down to the turrets across the map. Cure will hold.
Yeah, the prism flies over the turret there. A bit of a mistake by Hero. Hero going up to, I believe he has 5 Colossus now? Yeah, wow.
Yeah. A bit of overkill, but when you have a split up army like this, it does make sense to maybe overinvest a little bit in Colossi, but that will slow down the overall disruptive production. Does mean that his main army in a big engagement is going to be that much weaker.
Hero's still on 3 bases, only just taking his 4th now. Looks like the mine is going to spot that as well. That is really late to be taking a 4th in this matchup.
It really is. A Protoss player would ideally like to be ahead an entire base compared to the Terran. That's just not happening. Meanwhile, big EMP on the Colossus.
Oh yeah, this was a big mistake by Hero. I don't think with this Stalker Colossus army that you can really be going out there because there's just no Zealot buffer. It's a very strong defensive army, but as soon as you move away from those shield batteries, you can be in trouble. I understand wanting to push back Cure from taking this, putting damage on this 4th, but yeah, Hero's stuck in a really bad spot now.
Yeah, since he saw the Colossus going down, a big reaction on the cams from Hero. That was not a good moment for him at all. He knows it, and now he's in a really rough place. He's being contained to 3 bases. He's being starved out. Cure is on the brink of maxing, and Hero, defending against all these pushes, is going to have a hard time, as once again, we do see Cure looking to trade. All
right, so the run by going to be coming out. Hero is digging deep into his bag of tricks, and despite being in quite a rough position in this game. You can see his quality through all the different moves that he's going for.
Definitely, he's doing what he can with what he has. Zealot Ramai does get intercepted, is going to be forced back. The main army of Hero being forced back as well. I don't think Kira has seen the new center 4th base yet, so we'll see if Hero can get that up and running and get some shield batteries in position, but for the time being, Kira, he's pushing in.
I love how patient Kira's been with that position with the tanks as well. Just never really forcing the issue, but he is going to be losing quite a bit here. He needs to trade out with as many Stalkers as he can so these medevacs can't be chased down.
Oh my god, he doesn't just get the Stalkers, he gets one of the Colossi. He's looking for a Disruptor as well.
Boy.
He will not quite get it. Ooh, as he is forced to evacuate.
Yeah, fantastic trades there for Kira, and he is, I think his 4th is, yeah, okay, his 4th is already done. That's just brutal. I mean, you are not supposed to be ahead of a base in this matchup. He is so far ahead.
Exactly. Like, sure, Hero has his 4th, but Kira has his own, so Kira still maintains a massive lead. We can see Hero looking to collapse on this tank army, and it looks like he should be able to clean this up.
Yeah, great cleanup. Kira maybe overstaying here a little bit. He's going to be losing a lot of his army. This is going to be a bit of a scary moment for him, but no, he just collapses here on the 3rd, keeping the pressure on, takes out this Nexus. Not a great recall there. There's no way that that was going to work out, but Kira needs to be careful not to lose this army because the counterattack could be really devastating.
Oh my god, but a good pick off here towards the end. Does get another one of those Disruptors as well. As you were saying, Hero may just be forced all in. He still has a pretty comparable army. Gets 2 of those medevacs.
Yep, doesn't get the full medevacs, but this is a terrifying army. Kira has to be so careful with how he engages this.
He really does. His army is split up. He doesn't quite have any bunkers here in position either. Good EMPs on those Stalkers. They are going to force Hero back for a moment.
Hero just hugging those rocks there, as Kira does come in from 2 angles here. Hero's going to have to back out. Doesn't have that Robo army with him. There it is. It's kind of coming in from a few different angles. He has to be careful here, as that Colossus is very exposed, as is this Disruptor. Hero not really controlling his army that great here.
Yeah, a little bit of a jumbled mess towards that center of the map, and so many high-tech units go down. The Colossus, the Disruptors, Hero, long-distance mining. He knows how much of a desperate situation he is in, but Kira, he's in a commanding position. He can just keep on pushing from here. There's barely anything to stop him.
Yeah, Kira's been so patient here, and he is just dominating in this game. I'm a little bit concerned for Hero. A few uncharacteristic mistakes have been coming through in this game, and that doesn't really bode well for the next match. The next map between these two.
It really does not. Again, I don't know how much time Hero had to prepare. I don't know if he was out for the night, and that's why he was so late, and that's why we had that delay earlier, but alas, here against Kira, he is struggling as we are collapsing from multiple angles.
Yeah, Kira's had enough. He's just collapsing on this army. The Disruptors are spent, only 1 shot left, but there is just no gateway army to buffer for it. They are shot down anyway. GG is called, and Kira with a very patient, methodical dismantling of Hero.
GG, well played. A powerful performance here out of Kira. A really interesting style out of Hero, right? Like, he was very slow to expand in general. He did delay his 3rd base in favor of all this tech, of all these upgrades. Likewise, he delayed his 4th base by quite some time as well.
Yeah, that's a very strange build from Hero. I mean, going double upgrades like that, it's very unusual because you just don't have many units. And like, he did a pretty good job holding on with what little he had, just basing all of his defense around the Colossus. But we saw a few key missteps surrounding those Robo units. The move out with a few Stalkers and 2 Colossus on the left was really ill-timed, and having those Colossus sniped made it so difficult for him to get a 4th.
Yeah, and there is definitely a world out there where if he hadn't moved out at that moment, if he had preserved those Colossi, then maybe he does get a 4th, and maybe we see a very different game. Maybe we see a different game entirely. But alas, now we are getting into game number 2, and Hero has chosen Neo-Humanity.
Yeah, hopefully he can go for a bit more of a defensive, careful style here, maybe Phoenix Colossus or something. I am just a little bit concerned for him because we did see some pretty big mistakes coming out in that game, whether they were forced by Cure or not. That game did not look too great for Hero, but here we go. In the bottom right-hand corner of Neo-Humanity, looking to win it here for ABYDOS. This is Cure.
Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Neo-Humanity for Dragon KaiZi Gaming. He needs to bring it back here and now. It is Hero.
Alrighty, and I was talking about it a little bit before. This can be a good map for Phoenix Colossus, just because it is so defensively minded. Not too many angles that you can be coming in from, and those watchtowers, if you can control them, pretty much shut down all the attack angles except the middle. Disruptors also, if you can get to them, can be very difficult to deal with here. We saw that with MaxPax versus Clem quite a few weeks ago now, where MaxPax got up to this key number of disruptors, and Clem, for all of his efforts, really just could not engage into the Protoss army.
Yeah, again, that's one of those iconic games that we are never going to forget. It's burned into our memory, burned into our skull, for better or for worse. Just mass disruptor. Are we going to see that from Hero? We'll see, but I do have to echo your thoughts here on the map itself. It is very defensible. It can be very macro-oriented, and as a result, it can definitely help Hero out in some of the failings or in some of the struggles that he had in that previous game when it comes to taking expansions and holding on to them.
Yeah, that's right. But we are going to be seeing something a little bit tricky here coming out from Cure. He is going to be opening with the Marine first fast expand, but with that quick wall off. So he was hoping that Hero would be coming in for a scout and get thrown off by that wall off. But unfortunately for him, Hero actually going to be skipping out on the scout, at least until later on.
Yeah, it did delay that scout in the end, so the Mind Games will not come into play. There is a Marine out on the map hunting for said probe, but alas, oh, actually it will come across the probe, but the probe should be able to avoid it, and is looking for that scout, looking to get a read on what the opener exactly was.
Yeah, Hero unfortunately zoned out by that Marine, so he's not going to be able to check whether the CC is there just yet. He would really love to get a peek, but Cure's doing a really good job of hiding that from him, so Hero remains in the dark until he can get this Adept across the map.
Oh, and there's a lot going on here. So Hero, once again, is going for the Twilight Council opener, similar to the previous game. So no Phoenix Colossus, not this time, not in this game. Likewise, Cure is going for 2 more Raxes.
Yeah, okay, it's going to be a 3-Rax coming out from Cure. This is something that Cure has been utilizing quite a bit lately against Protoss. Seeing him pull it out against... Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, there we go. That's the Hero micro we know. Yeah. He's getting his mojo back now, using that probe. So Adepts, if you don't know, they do 2-shot SEVs if a probe gets, Marines, if a probe gets 1 hit on them.
There you go, and that probe was able to soften them up. Marines go down, we shade into the main, and oh my god, the Adept on its own gets eyes on at least the 2nd Rax.
Okay, great stuff from Hero. Feels like he's getting his mojo back. If he was feeling a little bit unconfident before, that should be helping him out as he is going into that 3-gate blink once again.
Yeah, just like that previous game, just like we've seen all night tonight here, especially from Creator. Meanwhile, the first Stalker has arrived as well, just going to be dancing with the army, trying to out-control his opponent, trying to pick off some of these Marines, but so far so good from Cure as well, pulling back those weakened Marines.
Yeah, Key doing a really good job of shuffling these Marines, just bringing forward the stronger ones. It does have to show quite a lot of Marines here, so I think Hero, combined with his scout, is going to be able to put together this is a 3-Rax, and he's going to respond to it with a 4-gate. Very interesting. I do think that if you know you're going up against a 3-Rax and you can play a 4-gate blink more defensively, it's a very strong build.
Yeah, it really is a good way to just pick apart at those Marines and also counterattack as well, as that tank count is going to be a little bit lower as the factory production in general is delayed for the Terran player. As Hero's going for a very fast robotics bay behind this as well.
Yeah, super interesting. It's a defensive 4-gate blink, and the Robo Bay behind it means he'll be able to get Colossus up. So he is looking to really hard counter the 3-Rax. And I was going to say as well, going 4-gate against 3-Rax, that's something that we've seen before. We saw Firefly beat Mari with that exact build matchup, 4-gate against 3-Rax on this map, and it's because Mari moved out with the 3-Rax. So let's see how Kyo wants to adjust now that he's been scouted.
Yeah, I mean, bearing in mind that Kira is not fully aware of what Hero is up to, but he does know he got scouted, so we can try and figure out what exactly his opponent is doing as a response. We do see Hero just trying to dip into the main base, but no, Kira is in position.
I love that. That's such a Hero move. Here's the Colossus just rallied straight across the path.
Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. Ooh, a Stalker is going to go down in the main, so a decent pick off here from Cure. But as we see, Hero, he's not even really warping in too heavily across the map. He's just focusing on keeping Cure busy back at home while he gets away with those Colossi.
Yeah, another mistake from Hero, having that Warp Prism just out of range to pick up that unit. I hope that he's not feeling too tilted from that last game, but I love the setup that he's going for here. He is being very defensive, delaying that third so much, but having 2 Colossus out is going to be fantastic against his 3-axe, and he's even going to be going for Colossus drop against the 3-axe. So a bit of a NA special, the Nina move, shutting this down with the Colossus drop.
Yeah, I love it. The Nina maneuver is upon us. And yeah, as you were saying, you know, these Colossi openers or rushing into Colossi is just a great way to shut down any kind of bio-aggression from the Terran player, like a 3-Rax, for example, as the Colossus has arrived and the mineral line is under threat.
Yeah, this is some classic Hero play. He's going to be defending with aggression, but he cannot lose this. It is so crucial that he keeps this safe. It's going to be really close, but he does get it out. We have seen him lose this Colossus drop to Maru before and lose a game because of it, so he has to be so careful how he does this.
He really does, and I'm so concerned. There are so many Marines out on the map, but there we go. Hero, he does bring it back to safety, the safety of the Stalkers, and that Prism will not go down, thankfully.
Oh, he is really stressing me out, flying his Prism through the slow zone.
Oh my god. Calm down, Hero, calm down, as we do see him reinforced with the second Colossi. Is pushing on forward, looking to be the aggressor, looking to bring the pain over to Cure.
Yeah, Cure, nice tidy micro there. He's going to be saving those Marauders. He knows how important they are going to be against holding these Colossus. And yeah, this is a really scary hold for him. He has to be so delicate with how he spreads his units out, as Hero is looking to be extremely aggressive.
Yeah, exactly. Disruptors on the way. We have 5 more gateways behind this as well. The CC, the third CC is going to be delayed. Can he force a cancel as that CC is so close to finishing?
That CC is almost done. I think Cure's going to have to just keep throwing away SCVs until he gets it up. He does get it up with that third SCV.
There we go. He's going to be able to float it to safety over towards the main base. Meanwhile, mines are going down one after the other. The Colossi just laying siege upon this army. The tower under threat as well. And Curie's just being bullied further and further back into his own natural.
Yeah, this is a real dirty build coming out from Hero. A 733 Colossus timing. Extremely difficult to deal with. If you are a ladder player and you play Protoss, you should probably try this with 10 range Colossus, because I don't think it's holdable.
True, as here we go. We're diving on this army. The Colossi taking a lot of hits, but no, the Disruptor arrives just in time. We are able to fend off Cure.
That's so dirty, the Disruptor as well. Cure trying to use all of his SCVs to push this back, trying to use these Vikings as well, but 3 Colossus, they just output so much damage.
Oh, they really do, and we can see how much Cure is really struggling to deal with this. The boys are still with the main army, but the Marauders are going down left and right.
It's worth pointing out as well, you have to go through such a narrow choke to get out of your natural on this map. There is no other map that has a natural this narrow.
Oh yeah, exactly, and that's just working against Cure. 19 SCVs do go down. The Colossus, they still stand strong. Finally, Cure can retake control of his natural base, but again, that worker count, it's not looking too good.
Yeah, it looks like Cure might have been able to get a snipe on the Warp Prism there. He is going to be focusing down these Colossus one by one. He is controlling this beautifully, and you have to be really careful here as Hero. If he loses all of these Stalkers, if he loses the buffer for the Colossus, he could be in some real trouble.
He really can, as he still hasn't remade that Prism. There we go. The Prism is on the way. The Vikings did all get picked off by those Stalkers, so for a little bit of time here, Hero, he won't have to be too concerned with those Vikings.
Yep, no probes here on the third, so Hero is extremely all in. We just see constant Marauder production coming out from Cure. He's prioritizing those completely over the Marines, barely making Marines at all. And he's trying to keep every single one of these Marauders alive, but that Disruptor shot is not going to help with those efforts.
Yeah, massive Purification Novas will connect on the army, and Cure, he is running out of steam. You can see him sigh on the camera, take a deep breath, take it in as he realizes that he just cannot contend against this army, not anymore.
Yeah, I'd be pretty upset too. This is real dirty. As we do see massive Disruptor shots coming out. GG is called as they land. Hero, not quite feeling his best, still gets it done.
GG, well played. Hero, he does bring it back in the end, able to take down Cure alongside him. I'm sure he would have liked a bit of a better start to the best of 2, but regardless, they do take each other out.
I feel sick. Disgusting.
You're like, how could he abuse Cure like that? He's an animal puppy to rush into this Colossi. Oh, Disgusting.
Very good job by Hero there. All comes off the back of his extremely nice scouting as well.
Yeah.
Those fancy tricks that he was using with the Adept, and then the shade that he eventually got into that main, and the scout that he got. So great way to bounce back for Hero.
Definitely. As you were saying, it all came down to that scouting, to figuring out very early on that it was going to be a 3-Rax. So very nicely done here by Hero. And now we are tied up here once again in this Team League match. Both Dark and Creator, they took each other out. Cure and Hero as well. And now we have one player left to field for each of these teams. I imagine it's going to be Oliveira from Dragon KaiZi Gaming. But who comes out for ABYDOS?
Yeah, most likely Oliveira. And then for ABYDOS, wonder if we see Nightmare. I definitely feel that Nightmare can take a game from Oliveira. He has some pretty nasty snipe builds. He's very, very good with his 4K blink as well.
Yeah, I do think that PVT is the matchup that you want to send Nightmare out on. I also don't know if DRG is available, right? We saw the cameras earlier and we did not see DRG in the waiting room, so that could be alluding to the players that are and aren't available. That could be another kind of indication that Nightmare is coming out next. We'll see.
Yeah, that's right. We will see. And there are a lot of potential matches, but either way, we're most likely going to be seeing this one go to an ace as well. Do you reckon we're going to be seeing it go to a super ace?
It could go the distance all the way to that super ace match. Oh boy. Yeah, it is possible. It is possible. I know that's what you want, Papi. That's what you want.
It's fine. We've come this far. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, you know, why not stay up until 5 a.m. casting?
It's too real.
Look, what are you talking about? I mean, you're gonna stay up until 5 a.m. anyway.
Oh, I did
right?
yesterday.
Yeah. Oh my god. Don't think I didn't see you in StarCraft last night. Okay, shaking my head.
Anyway, we do have a. I don't know. This is crazy looking at these two teams. It actually looks like this could be the round of 4 of GSL, honestly.
It could be. It really could be. That's just how solid these players are. You can see the team just kind of deliberating amongst themselves, trying to figure out who to send out. We're just kind of listening into their comments.
东拉姑现在菜的一匹，还能打你，还能赢你吗？
我也很菜啊，领队。
毛，待会儿上去就是嘎嘎乱杀。
Dark knows what's going on. He knows.
Just smile and wave, Dark. Smile and wave.
让他来你就吊锤他。
This is my phrase that I learned when I was learning Chinese. You just keep saying 我不知道. It means I don't know. You just say it all the time. 我不知道，我不知道。
他这个明显就感觉没练呀，我看他打。
It'll get you out of a pickle, mate. It'll save your life. Save your life. That's good.
练得不怎么多。
yeah, the team's just trying to figure out who they do want to send out. Again, in my mind, it is still like ABYDOS that is a little bit more up in the air. Maybe we can get some people in the chat trying to figure that out. Also, I did see some people asking as well about the 10 range Colossus, and we did mention it at the start of the broadcast, but for these WTL matches, for this entire tournament, they are using a Logos mod, Logos mod that does fix that bug.
Yeah, so pretty much every tournament since that bug was noticed has been using a mod to make sure that we have those 9 range Colossus, and I think we're not too far off having that fixed on ladder as well. But if you are Protoss players in the chat, you can just go abuse those Colossus builds while you can. The 3-base Colossus all in, it's completely broken. Go have some fun.
Enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, while you can.
Smooch. Oh god. So yeah, we'll see kind of what does come to pass here with these players. As a reminder as well, this is kind of the last match that they have between them. If we go 1-1 again, we are going into those ace matches, we're going into those revives, and anything can happen. I'm sure that's a big reason as to why Dark is still there as well. I'm pretty sure he's going to be the revive player. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the play here for DKZ.
I think they're going to have to revive him first.
True. They need to light a fire under him, Papi. We need to wake him up. How do we get his attention?
Q 我上 dragon， 然后我就觉得有点难受，我操！
我也觉
You know
得，
what
我
he
也觉得
likes.
你应该打 dragon。
当时我要是抓到那个谁了，我就啊。
I wonder what they're discussing. I mean, like, surely they're sending Oliveira.
Yeah.
Is there a strange map coming
不
up?
想最后一个上，才有可能。
Let's double check. Let us double check.
我
The
知道
map.
不过有点难受啊，我操！
I believe the map is going to be
你的
Ancient
你的
Cistern.
契约队是和
Okay, no, I think
你不是
Oliveira
和
should be
雷诺
comfortable
有
there.
爱
Maybe they're just
打个东拉
discussing who might
卡
come
瓜
out
切菜
for ABYDOS.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's possible. It's also possible that maybe ABYDOS need a little bit more time. We were talking about how DRG wasn't quite there. Maybe they're trying to call upon the Dong Regu, and trying to bring him out, trying to arouse him.
Or maybe Oliveira is trying to convince Jeshi to bleach his hair as well.
What is it with all these players bleaching their hair? It was Specials done it, and now Oliveira. It's wild. Have you ever bleached your hair?
I have, yeah.
You have?
Yeah, I colored my hair pink. You have to bleach it first.
Okay.
But it was bleached for like a day or two, because like you bleach it and then you let it sit, and then you have to bleach it again because my hair is like super dark, and then you do the pink dye. So I had hair that was that color, and then I had like blonde hair for one day. It was very strange.
Yeah, I was about to say they were, mate. I'm telling you, they were rising the beast from his slumber. DRG has awoken. He is upon us, and he's gonna be the player fielded for ABYDOS.
They've pulled him out of the retirement home. One more match.
It's like, I'm always one more game from retirement. They just won't let him rest.
It's like those B-grade actors in the action movies where it's like, I thought they would let me retire, but there was one last mission. They crossed a line that couldn't be crossed.
One last Terran needs to be slain. And this is crazy because I was fully on board here with the idea of sending Nightmare to take down Oliveira. DRG, this is going to be an interesting one.
I actually think Oliveira would look good with some earrings as well. With that, or maybe one earring with the bleached hair.
Oh, yeah. He can pull it off. Yeah, 100%. I'm not so sure. I was about to say that, like, picturing you with blonde hair it doesn't correlate in my brain. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
sense. It's hard
sense.
to picture.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it.
Did you bleach your eyebrows?
No. I remember that happened in school. There was a kid that bleached his hair, and he came in with bleached eyebrows, and he got shit for it. People called him bleached eyebrows for a while.
Oh my god! I mean, if you go for one, you got to go for the other. Did Oliveira? Hold on. Did he bleach his eyebrows?
Nah, I don't think so.
No. Okay, they're dark. They're dark.
If you look closely, he didn't even bleach his entire hair, just the top half. When he looks sideways, you can see it's just the top.
Yeah. You can see.
It might have just grown back through, I guess.
Maybe. I feel like regrowth would like stem from the top though, right? Like.
Maybe.
All right, you can send me the pics. As we are getting ready here for our next best of two. Again, it's going to be on Ancient Cistern, a ZVT. I'm a little bit caught off guard. Wasn't expecting this matchup, but I'll never turn back a ZVT.
ABYDOS versus Ducklings Gaming Game 3， 就让比赛开始。
Let's get this show on the road.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have for our team ABYDOS, DRG.
Spawning here in the top right-hand corner of the map. It's your world champion for DKZ. This is Oliveira.
We go 1-1 all around. They've been taking blow after blow. Both teams have, and it comes down to this best of two. Oh boy, and I mean, I haven't had the luxury of casting too much of DRG against Terran, I'll be honest. Like, whenever I cast DRG against Terran, it's against Gumiho. I feel like that doesn't count. Like, he's a very unique kind of Terran.
Yeah, definitely very different, but Oliveira, he's not going to be going for that low ground 2-Rex. This has been the first time in a while that I've seen a TVZ where they don't go for the low ground Durox.
Let's go. We're going for a much more old school standard opener here. I'm pretty sure Oliveira has dabbled in the low ground beyond opener, the 2-racks, but for whatever reason, this game he's not opting not to go for it.
Yeah, not going to be going for it at all. And DRG opening up pretty standard himself.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just going for a hatch gas pool opener, nothing too crazy here in the openings of Ancient Cistern, which makes plenty of sense. And I guess it also makes sense to field DRG on this map just because of how open it is. Like Ancient Cistern, in a similar sense to Altitude as well. Not a bad map here to field a Zerga player. So maybe that was a big kind of factor for sending out DRG and not Nightmare.
Yeah, that's right. I do think that, yeah, Nightmare on a bigger map against Oliveira. I mean, Oliveira showed how good that he is against Protoss, against Hero in the World Championships. And I think he is still forced to be reckoned with in that matchup. So, yeah, throwing in DRG to take a sneaky game off him, especially on such a big map, I do like that.
Definitely. There is logic there to be had as we are just kind of getting into the swing of things. The first Reaper makes it across the map. The Lings are here to dance with it to try to minimize losses, make sure that no drones or tumors are thrown down. So yeah, the dance has begun.
All right, there we go. That is going to be pushed back here.
Reaper is going to be forced back at home, as to be expected. Oliveira is going for a very economic opener. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. It is going to be that fast third CC.
All right, fast CC going down. Probably just going to be a 3CC Banshee. Wait, is that a second factory?
That is the second factory.
Ooh, okay. So this is probably going to be for Blue Flame.
Yeah, let's go. So with the second factory, I can definitely see a Blue Flame opener. Hellions are on the way. This doesn't necessarily mean mech. You can go bio from here. We have actually seen that quite a bit recently. But yeah, really, what a twist of fate for Oliveira to go for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Bit of a out of left field opening. This can also lead into a Cyclone Hellion build. Both of these are often going to be going into mech, especially these days, and on this map as well. But DRG being a little bit nasty with the timing on this Ling run by that Overlord is going to be seeing those Hellions move out. So he sends the Lings in.
Yeah, Lings do dive in, forcing a lot of lost mine time, forcing the Hellions to turn it back around. There's that Blue Flame that we were discussing, as it is now in production, and the Ling gets up the ramp. I believe did not see the second factory.
Yeah, and it is Blue Flame that's coming out here. So Oliveira is going to be hiding every Hellion that comes out of that, just showing the ones that come out of the first factory.
Yeah, he wants to keep the rest hidden. He wants to keep them secret. He wants to keep them safe. Another Ling is dipping on in for another scout. Does see a couple more Hellions, but that is still not too out of the norm. Still not enough to kind of ring any alarms for DRG.
They're still in twos, so nothing too sus here.
Yeah. As we do see Oliveira just poking around, just keeping DRG busy back at home. Once again, so diligent with these Ling scouts. He's sending another Ling across the map, trying to get a read on what's going on. Going for his lair on time as well. Hasn't thrown down any other major tech structures, not yet, as he is going into Sim. So it is going to be that Blue Flame opener into Bio.
Ooh, okay. I haven't seen this in a while. This is something that people were playing around with quite a few years ago, but you don't see it too often anymore. And yeah, this massive Blue Flame attack into Bio. It's going to come down to whether DRG is prepared for it. This can be quite difficult to hold with just Lings, but he does spot, yeah, okay, he spots a Blue Flame. Great scout.
Yeah, exactly. It's fully aware of what's going on. We have a full wall up here at the natural base. I think I mentioned to you recently, Spirit did this against a laser in their big kind of finale in the Polish LAN event. So it's great to see it coming out once again as the Hellions are shocking around, looking for a way in. So far, good defense by DRG, but there's still so much firepower available here in these Hellions. Yeah,
fantastic Queen movement from DRG. He is putting on a clinic for how to hold this build.
Oh, and here we go. We dive onto one of those queens. The wall, not a wall, but the Lings are waiting for any kind of dive. And once again, Oliveira is zoned away.
I will point out one thing though. DRG, as soon as he saw the blue flame and he started his defense, he cancelled his Bane Nest, replaced it with a Roach Warren. So I do believe that he thinks this is going to be mech.
Yeah, especially going for these mutas as well. Little does he know that Marines and Stim is on the way across the map, so bit of an oversight here from DRG. He hasn't gotten a confirmation of what the follow-up is going to be yet. He does have an Overlord, but he hasn't sent it in. He hasn't morphed in an Overseer.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, Roach Speed mutas are on the way. We'll have to see how heavily DRG chooses to drone as well.
Yeah, exactly. As for the time being, he's up to a decent worker count around 3 base saturation. Bailing S is now thrown down as well. So thankfully he will have access to Bailings eventually, but really he's focusing on the Spire, on the mutas.
I like as well that Oliveira's hanging on to these Hellions. He doesn't throw them away trying to get damage. He knows that, especially once he gets the armory and these are blue flame Hellbats, they're going to be really helpful against Lingbane.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they do provide so much support to the Bio Army, especially against the Lingbane. Meanwhile, mutas are on the way. I believe the Spire hasn't been scattered yet. We don't really see any turrets, so there is potential for damage with these mutas. I am concerned, though, when it comes to the counter-attack. I'm concerned whether or not DRG will have enough on the ground to defend against the Bio tank push.
Yeah, okay. The first few mutas are going to be coming out now, so looks like despite going for that Roach Warren, he has worked out that it's bio, so it's going to be Lingbane muta from here.
Yeah, exactly. He's now fully aware of what is going on. A hatchery is going to be going down in the top left-hand corner. Mines are being produced back at home. The mutas are looking for some damage. They head towards that third.
Yeah, mutas diving in on the third. Oliveira not prepared for this at all. He is going to be desperately trying to scramble for a defense. He does have a good amount of mines. That's going to help quite a lot.
Exactly. Meanwhile, that base did fall across the map. Still no turrets in the main base either. SCVs are falling left and right. 12 SCVs so far in total. We can get more.
Yeah, great damage for DRG. That ties up the damage that Oliveira was able to cause across the map here. And we should have a pretty even looking game. Oliveira immediately firing up Drilling Claws and a Thor to help deal with this.
Yeah, eventually he will have a more formidable army against these mutas. But for the time being, the mutas are still looking for more damage. They almost catch a tank. Hot pickup from Oliveira.
Yep, hot pickup does have those Hellbats now, so could maybe look to go for a bit of a move out here, knowing that DRG has invested a lot of money into these mutas.
Yeah, we still don't have Bailing Speed. There we go. It's going to finish up just in time for the push. Bailing Speed is now done. Upgrades are still a little bit behind here for DRG. Again, he was favoring teching and investing into mutas instead of those upgrades, so that is going to be a factor as the mutas dip back in, but we'll have to be careful, have to respect those Marines.
DRG is watering his Spire again. It's so funny that he does that.
Yeah, it makes it faster. I really like that idea, by the way. After we talked about it, like I don't know if it's really balanced, but it's cute. I like it.
I just can't believe he does it every time.
Oh god, look, he's giving the Spire a good time. Okay, he's looking after his buildings, as Oliveira is being quite active here, moving out with quite a force towards the south, going to be threatening another one of those bases here of DRG. His main attention is with the main army instead, and if it goes unnoticed, it can do a lot. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. The Lynx mates are going to be charging on in. Bit of friendly fire coming out from those mines. A lot of friendly fire coming out from those mines, and DRG crushes the army of Oliveira.
He does, but he has nothing back at home to defend. A base is going to be going down, but he gets 19 SCVs alongside the entire army. Well worth it for DRG. He may lose the hatchery, but Oliveira lost so much more.
Yeah, Oliveira losing a lot, not really getting too much more done with this counterattack, apart from taking out that hatchery. We'll be leaving a few mines behind as he evacuates, but DRG still has 4 bases to work with.
He really does. Plenty to work with for the time being, especially against what Oliveira has. I mean, Oliveira is getting his own 4th up and running, still has an economy to work with, don't get me wrong, but DRG is going to come back in.
Yeah, DRG moving back in at these swords, getting some nice splashes on the mutas. DRG does have to be careful how he micros those. He's trying to split them up a little bit, but they're taking some heavy shots. There's just not really enough to deal with the Lingbane.
Yeah, exactly. There's not enough to support that Thor as the Lingbane rolls on in, once again headed towards that mineral line, towards the 3rd base, and SCVs will fall.
Yeah, SCV is going to be going down there, trying to hold on to that orbital. The orbital taking a lot of shots from the mutas, but we do have a fourth at least mining for Oliveira, so it's not all doom and gloom. It's just the problem is I'm not sure if he can get enough production, enough bio up to deal with these counterattacks.
That's the question, right? Like, the problem is that DRG is on 87 workers. The problem is that DRG, he is remaxing so much faster, is going to be pushing in time and time again, and he's just not allowing Oliveira to really muster up enough of an army to defend. He is working on +3, which is nice, and mines can always come back, right? If we see some really juicy connections, Oliveira can take a fight, but for the time being, he is behind.
Yeah, that's right. These mutas are just going to continue to be annoying. They pick off the tank. They should be able to pick off the turret and start working away at these SCVs as well. So even more damage going to be going down. The repair actually good here for Oliveira, but yeah, losing more units on this left-hand side, and the map is just being swarmed by DRG.
Really is. Losing that drop was devastating. Again, we just can't afford to throw away these units here. Every unit is precious for Oliveira, especially in this game state. We can see him just pumping out as many SCVs as he can. He scans, he sees the 5th base up and running for DRG.
Yeah, at least he knows where it is. That's the first part of the puzzle. A few mines spread across here. Hasn't even had time to repair up that Thor, as Oliveira really just desperately trying to hold on here. And he is holding on, but I mean, the state of the map by the time he gets back out is going to be something really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, you can see DRG finding the time to spread creep, to drone up, to take bases, to max out as he's basically at 200 supply. We do see a little bit of Ling Bane, Mutas diving towards that 4th base, and oh, it is looking quite exposed. The turret is going to go down.
Turret goes down, quite a few SCVs going down as well. They are going to be a little bit exposed next time that DRG wants to dip in with those mutas.
Yeah, that next time is now as the Ling Bane is rolling on in as well, connecting with the planetary, connecting with those SCVs.
Ooh. Yeah, decent mine shots, decent splits as well. DRG actually going to be committing into the army here. Realizes that the economy is not really there for Oliveira to rebuild. The splits from Oliveira very impressive, but not really good enough. DRG going to be very comfortable to remax. Oliveira, on the other hand, doesn't really have the money to do so too comfortably.
Yeah, as you were saying, a really impressive fight out of Oliveira with how he was able to handle his bio army, but it's just not enough. It's not enough to overcome the might of DRG. He is quick to replace and replenish that 4th. He does have another CC on the way, but DRG, he's already remaxed.
Yeah, he is. And these mutas flying back in, they're going to look to put the hurt on this 3rd. They can actually pick off these mines as well. Nice micro there from DRG. A lot of experience with mutas in his hands.
Yeah, definitely, as we do have a drop here towards the left-hand side. A couple of workers are going to go down. This is going to give Oliveira a little bit of breathing room to try to build himself back up. Drones are going down and, yeah, forcing these mutas back home.
Yeah, it does pull the mutas away. So losing a single drop to get that much drone damage and pull the mutas away. Probably not the worst. I feel like when you're this low eco, it's a little bit sad to be throwing away a bio, but it does give him some breathing room.
Yeah, exactly, as he's trying to clean up as much of this creep as we can. Vipers are now on the way. The hive is done as DRG continuing to take up even further, and he's here with another army.
Oliveira really starving for units here, and I think that might just be it.
Yeah, it looks like that is just too much. DRG has broken on through into the natural. The Baileys, they roll on in, and Oliveira is down to sub 100 supply. There's just no way for him to hold on to his mineral lines. GG gets called, and DRG takes game number 1.
GG, well played. DRG showing that ABYDOS putting their faith in him, it is well founded.
It definitely is a very strong start here from DRG, making full use of the unscattered spire. Not the first time we saw that today, but the mutas did so much, not just damage across the map, but it was the muta in conjunction with the Ling Bane counterattack as well, when Oliveira just didn't quite have enough at home. It just happened to happen at the same time as Oliveira was going for a drop across the map, if you recall.
Yep. And DRG is showing why he is so strong with that style, absolutely dominating the map, but Oliveira has a chance to make a comeback here, and he will get to choose the map as well.
True. It is a best of 2, so Oliveira has a chance to bring it all back and force the revival match from both players. in an even game state. He can bring it back here in game 2. I also imagine that the double factory opener into Blue Flame into Bio is something that we're probably not going to see in game number 2.
No, yeah. It's worth pointing out DRG's defense of the Blue Flame was absolutely picture perfect. If you are ever struggling with that build on the ladder, that was the perfect way to hold it. The 3 Evo wall until you get those units up, fending away with mass queens, and then having those lings when they're finally ready, sitting in wait.
Yeah, that was a beautiful defense out of our Zerg player, and really good read, or really good reaction, very fast reaction to what he was up against. Remember, he scouted the Blue Flame as the army was moving out across the map, so he had very little time to kind of muster up his forces, but he was able to do so in time, and yeah, get that win on the board.
All right, but we're heading straight back into it. It's going to be Dragon Scales again, picked out by Oliveira, and his opponent here in the top left for ABYDOS. It is the Blue Zerg, DRG.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner for Dragon KaiZi Gaming, the red Terran player from the land of China. It is Oliveira.
I found the bleached hair.
Oh god, do I want to see this? Oh no. Oh my god. Yeah, that's
First bleach and then second one. The second one is very bright. I guess
the second one is
in a weird spot.
It's blinding. It's my god. Yeah. It's gonna kill my eyes, my retinas. It's oh my god. Beautiful. How did the pink hair turn out? How did it turn out?
Oh, the pink was good. The pink was actually really good.
Yeah. I can see the pink suiting you more than the bleach blonde.
Yeah. I didn't like the bleach.
Yeah.
The pink was good though.
For sure. As Oliveira is now conforming here to the masses, is doing what everyone else is doing and going for the Beyond opener for those 2 axes on the low ground.
Yeah, it feels really good on this map as well. It just walls off quite nicely, and going up into that ramp is a bit of a tough task for the Zerg.
Yeah, it really is. The Overlord is going to confirm this, and DRG has plenty of practice against this build. Again, this has been running rampant amongst not just the Koreans, but also the international scene. So DRG is going to react and respond. I'm curious to see how long he delays his third, if at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the Korean Zergs getting the third there on 28, but I'm not sure how much DRG's been playing lately and how much experience that he has against this build.
Yeah, exactly. As for the time being, he is going to be staying on these 2 bases. He stayed in gas as well, so he's going for a much faster link speed, which we have seen as a response to this, and he's going to be delaying his third base for at least a little bit.
All right, we are going to be having first few Reapers trying to put on a little bit of damage here. Nice micro coming out from both players here. DRG taking this very seriously, making quite a lot of lings to deal with it.
Does have plenty of lings to make sure this doesn't get out of hand. Back at home, Oliveira is not going for a 4-axle. Good positioning here with the Queen. Up.
Oh, almost takes out that Reaper. Oliveira really dancing with danger there.
Exactly, but he does escape with his forces. Is going to be transitioning out of this with that factory on the way. You love to see it. And there is that 3rd CC.
Yep, factory in 3rd CC, just like Kira's been doing it. So looks like we will be seeing a lot of Terrans following in his stead as well.
And they will be following suit as a tumor goes down as well. So again, really good pickups from Oliveira, just going to be slowing DRG down. Bearing in mind as well that DRG is still contained to these 2 bases, still has not taken a third. Until now.
Yeah, interesting. It's a very late third. Pretty similar to how we saw Oliveira playing against this. Oliveira actually went for a double expand. Looks like DRG just going to be, taking things slowly in general.
Yeah, he's just going for that 1/3 base for the time being, not going for that 4th yet, as he's just trying to recover back at home after the damage done by said Reapers. And yeah, so far a decent start for Oliveira.
All right. Bit more standard. Going to be those Hellions, Liberator as well as Stim. So this is exactly what we've been seeing Cure doing on this map.
Yeah, exactly. And oh, he's going for a Liberator this time. You do love to see it. So going to be a little bit aggressive here with Hellions, with Libs. Going to be active with these Marines as well. Again, interesting to see that we have a bit of a delay on something like Metarack production or anything like that.
Yeah, okay. We have the Reapers, we have the Hellions as well. So once we have 4 Hellions and 3 Reapers, that's usually going to be getting out on the map. Kind of doing the same job as a Hellion Banshee opener. Be clearing out creep, putting a little bit of pressure as well on the drones to the third.
Yeah, exactly. We can see DRG is also being a little bit greedy here. He's going to be delaying his lair, delaying his Baneling Nest, and of course Baneling Speed in favor of 1-1 upgrades. So DRG going for a very Ling Bane heavy composition.
All right, Liberator is heading out. It has been spotted by that little Ling there of DRG, so nicely done there. He's going into, yep, 1-1. Going to get those spells on the way as well, so that spell's a little late. I could see this Lib getting some damage.
Yeah, there's potential here, but actually it's going to be chipping away at these Overlords instead. I'm hoping to maybe even get a kill on some of these, and yeah, DRG, his mineral line is going to be safe for the time being, especially with these Hellions just shocking around, looking for a way and looking for some damage.
Yeah, I think you're doing this as well. So basically what's happening here is Oliveira, he wants to send his double drop this way. So he's trying to clear out the way, get rid of these Overlords that are watching the main.
And
looks like he might be, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
It looks like he might be pairing them up with the Reaper Hellion, actually.
Yeah, it looks like they want to try to go in at the same time. The double drop is headed towards that main base. Again, there's going to be less forewarning for DRG as a result. Here we go. The drop does dive in. Hellions getting ready for the moment as well.
Yeah, I love that DRG's got this creep spread out towards the main here. Often when we see Cure drop in, there's not creep there, and he can get the full unload without being detected, but not going to be the case here for Oliveira.
Yeah, it's able to, DRG is able to at least keep up here, minimize his losses. Oh, I say that, but he's going to lose 2 queens.
Yeah, a couple queens going to be going down. Oliveira does have to be careful with his units, doesn't have combat shields yet, so they don't trade very well with Lings.
Yeah, the pressure's ramping up. No, the drones!
Oh.
No, they were left idle, and the Hellions, they do find them.
Yeah, 7 drones going to be going down. Oliveira very opportune, sees that moment with those drones. They are a little bit exposed as well. A couple more going to be going down. Yeah, quite a few more going down. I think they got returned a bit too early, and more going down in the main as well. Oliveira doing a fantastic job with the multitask.
Yeah, the tri-pronged attack. We had the Liberator, we had the Hellions, we had the drop as well, and damage was done. 15 workers go down, basically an entire mineral line here as Oliveira comes out looking quite good here after that aggression.
Yeah, he is. And he is getting this third up and running. He's going to have that tank sitting there as well to help defend.
Yeah, is ready for any kind of counterattack. 1-1, of course, did kick in for DRG. He's already got 2-2 on the horizon, so his upgrades are looking beautiful. But there was that delay on the lair. There was that delay on a Baneling Speed as we're going for a massive Ling counterattack, and the wall is not a wall.
Yeah, the wall is down. Beautifully timed counterattack by DRG. He's playing really well today.
He really is. The tank goes down. We do see the double drop across the map, finding some damage with the Banelings. They waddle on in.
Ooh, yeah, the Baneling's going to get some connections here while Oliveira is busy clearing up this Ling Rumba.
And again, these 1-1 Lings, they do pack a massive punch as well. The third base is exposed. And you thought you saw Oliveira pull apart DRG earlier? Nah, mate, it's time for DRG to pull apart Oliveira.
Yeah, DRG is going everywhere. Oliveira is desperately trying to get some units into this bunker to help defend. 25 SCVs going down in total. He has been completely crippled by this attack of DRG, and yeah, DRG showing such prowess with the Ling Rumbas.
And he even killed that armory, which is delaying +2. +2 attack could not begin in time. And we are going to have to wait for that armory to be rebuilt to get into that back at home. DRG going straight for the infestation bit, looking to rush into Hive Tech, looking to rush into Adrenal, and potentially even Ultras.
Yeah, DRG is well ahead on upgrades here. Is 2-2 just about to finish up now. Oliveira hasn't even started the +2 attack, so he's in some serious trouble. He needs to make some damage happen right now. He's done a fantastic job doing that with this Lib. Still has that alive somehow, but yeah, he's going to have to do more than that.
Yeah, I mean, this drop is going to be pulling apart the attention of DRG. Gets a queen as well as going to trade okay against these Lings, but they are 2-2 Lings as Liberator comes back in and gets another wave of drones.
Yeah, Oliveira moves the Liberator again. He is such a fast player. Oh, he's still moving the Liberator. Man, Oliveira is so fast. He's so cool.
The Liberator does survive. The drop comes back into play as well. 8 workers go down, and DRG, he threw away a lot of Lings. A lot of Lings did run into a wall of Marines. Again, he just couldn't quite pay attention, couldn't keep up in time, and we can see Oliveira bringing it back.
Yeah, this is what Oliveira needs to do. He needs to use his multitask to start pulling apart DRG. He needs to keep this momentum going. That Lib finally goes down, but so many kills under its belt. And Oliveira, he is just continuing to go with this momentum. Hive is finishing up for DRG though. And what's going to be the tech might just be for Vipers. That's the one.
Vipers and Ultras, yeah. But yeah, probably Vipers. We do have some borrowed Banelings, but no, they do get caught out by the scan. Nicely done here by Oliveira. We can see that, oh my god, the other borrowed Banelings do go off though. Oh, they do slow him down.
Yeah, DRG taking a page out of the book of Oliveira is going to be using those Burrow Banes to great effect here. We have a couple of tanks here are going to help take out the Banelings. Oh, very good fight for Oliveira actually, but there might be enough here for DRG anyway.
Oh yeah, he does get into the middle line. He busts on forward. There were barely enough Banelings as well. The tank count was reset. 10 SCVs go down, but Oliveira does hold on. A bit of a sigh of the camera though, a bit of a shake of the head as he is still struggling to hold on to his bases.
Yeah, I think he realizes that he just doesn't quite have the SCV count here. Down to 53 workers. This is a really difficult position to be in. He just lost a little bit too much bio, and now his one way back into the game, which was counterattacks and momentum, is taken away from him.
Yeah, exactly. That's not going to slow him down too much, though. He's going for another drop across the map as well. The Hive is now done. We have Adrenal on the way. No 3-3 for the time being. DRG still staying on a very low gas count. Good target firing on those Banelings.
Holy moly, that was insane. I think I was talking about this during the World Championships when I was on the call with some friends, but I think he's worked out a different technique for sniping Banes. Like I think he's rapid firing it because his chain snipes are ridiculous.
Yeah. It's always just so beautiful to look at even. It's just remarkable. And is that going to be enough, though? That is the question. 3-3 now finally on the way here for DRG, at least +3 attack. No quite carry base quite yet, as the drop does come in.
Yeah, Oliveira is going to be losing that drop there. Looks like he did F2 to pull everything back home. We'll be trying to reset those drops, but no, just trying to assemble all of his forces together for one large push.
Yeah, exactly. But DRG still has the map control for the most part. He has a good creep spread as well. 4th base finally on the way for Oliveira. Can he stabilize? Can he get this up and running? Or is DRG going to stop him before he can as he rocks up once again with Ling Bane?
Yeah, massive attack coming through by DRG. The Lings completely surrounding the Marines. Massive splash coming out from the tanks. Everything Oliveira is going down.
Yeah, exactly. Again, there were just too many Lings. The Adrenal Lings, the Cracklings that crack Puppy as they get on top of the tanks. They bust into the natural. They take down the 3rd, and this may just be it. DRG. I doubted him. I was like, yo, we're not sending out Nightmare? Really? Are we relying on the Dong Regu, on the Dong? The answer is yes, and look how good he is looking. Jesus.
Yeah, Oliveira's really frustrated. He's having trouble letting this one go, but it is gone. It is absolutely gone. And he is going to have to tap out. And DRG getting the 2-0 over Oliveira. Insane stuff.
Very impressive results here for his team, for Team ABYDOS. And with this 2-0, we're going to be forcing the revive match. Oliveira, he's still just contemplating, still just letting it sink in here as he's stuck on 2 bases.
Yeah, it's camping up on 2 bases, Lib and Tank, but he has no mining to speak of, really. Just dribbling out Marines one at a time. Drops that scan, sees the Hive, sees a Lurker Den, and yeah, that's enough. GG.
GG gets called, and DRG is going to be taking the 2-0, is going to stand strong here, is going to remain on the lineup for ABYDOS, and now it is on DKZ to revive.
Yep, that's right. On DKZ to revive, and Oliveira is going to be pretty disappointed with that as well, because probably knows that he's going to be throwing Dark into a ZBZ where he has to win 2-0.
Yeah, and to be fair, Dark is a pretty terrifying ZBZ player. Like, his ZBZ is looking damn good, but it's not ideal, right? Like, it's just that many more games that Dark has to work through, that Dark has to win. And we are making a lot of assumptions, but it does feel like Dark would be the obvious choice here as the ace player for DKZ.
I think so. I mean, maybe Hero, but definitely not sending Oliveira back out after that 2-0, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think... I think he needs to. I think he needs to rest. He needs to calm down. He needs to recuperate in case he is needed tomorrow. But ABYDOS, they're looking quite strong here. Again, a really impressive result so far by DRG. It's going to be even more impressive if he takes down Dark. Again, he only needs to win one game.
Yeah, that's right. So whoever comes out, if it's Dark, if it's Hero, they're going to need to win, 4 games in a row, I think it is.
Yeah, pretty much. That is going to be necessary. Or if they don't, they can maybe force the Super Ace match if they 2-0 DRG. Like, that's the thing. They need to get the 2-0 regardless.
Yeah, that's right. So they're going to have to spend a little bit of time talking amongst themselves, working out who are they going to send out to deal with DRG.
Yeah, exactly. They are going to have to try and sort that out. Meanwhile, DRG has already done what he needed to do, more than was expected of him, of course, to 2-0 his opponent. Very impressive stuff. Again, DRG, even though we don't see as much of him recently, like he wasn't at Gamers 8, he wasn't in Saudi Arabia, he wasn't a part of that event, unfortunately, but he's still a terrifying player. He still definitely has what it takes to go up against the best of them.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit out of practice. He's in between tournaments here, which I wouldn't blame him for. But yeah, DRG just really showed up.
Oh yeah, he did. He showed up when it mattered the most. And oh boy, is there a world where you send out Hero? Does that happen? Is that where we are?
Against DRG, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, true. I do think that Hero definitely has a strong chance at taking down DRG, but then you have to think about the revived player, and that's got to be Cure, right?
They're trying to work it out.
All right, just discussing amongst themselves. I mean, Hero is there. He didn't go to bed. He did not step away. He's still there for his team.
It's got to be Dark, surely.
Yeah. We just need someone to reignite that passion for Dark, Buffy. Like he was smudging so much after that first series.
He's fine. At least he didn't have to play TVZ.
True.
Oliveira's got it worse.
True. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting position that we found ourselves in. Again, coming into this, you yourself even said that, hey, DKZ, they could just win the entire thing. But now they are behind in this series. Now they are up against the wall. Oh boy, yeah, in a pretty terrifying position. A position that we didn't think they'd be in.
No, well, I didn't. I thought DKZ was going to do well here. But yeah, their backs are up against the wall now.
They really are. Also, I think that jacket that Hero has is the DKZ jacket. I think.
Yeah. Same color,
yeah.
same layout. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just kind of like got it popped.
It's looking good.
I think he's wearing it over a DKZ shirt as well.
He is. Yeah. He's repping hard.
Double parked.
As I like the star contrast. We pan over to ABYDOS. They're just chilling. They're like, I mean, we know who's coming out. Like we're like, what's going on?
They're like, why do we have to have our cameras on?
Why can't we be like Cure and just turn them off and step away? Oh,
true.
Yeah. Players just kind of waiting for DKZ to decide on their players. You know, as much as I would love to see more representation, I don't know if Jessie will be coming out or Enchant or any of that. You know, they're on the team definitely, of course, but I think that they're more to support than anything.
Yeah, I don't think so for these last few matches. Is we are dealing with some decent pay jumps. It's looks like it's a 5k USD pay jump for each of these spots from here.
Oh, damn, it's pretty good. That is a pretty hefty page up. On top of that, I just realized that there are a couple of MVP awards that they send out as well, which they haven't sent yet. It looks like Cyril, he won the MVP for the round robin group stage, but there's also a prize for the MVP of the playoffs.
Yeah, which was Cure last time, right?
I think so. Yeah, Cure.
Cure popped off like really hard. Oliveira as well, actually.
True. They did. So that's another thing to bear in mind. Like, if any player goes on like a massive like win streak, then they can get a bonus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I think what I really love is that we actually haven't seen that at all, right? Like, we haven't. I think the closest we came was Cure yesterday against the Starving Camels, but like we haven't seen like any kind of big one-sided runs where like one ace player comes in and no one can stop it. Like, it's been pretty back and forth.
Yeah,
oh my god!
Firefly had a good run for the Starving Camels against the Heroes, but okay, Hero is going to be coming out.
Okay, so Dark is gonna be taking a step back here, and Hero is taking the wheel. Hero is going up against DRG, and to be fair, I do feel like this is a more solid choice. I feel like a ZBZ can sometimes be a little bit tricky, and Hero, his PVZ is, oh god, some of the best out there.
Yeah, I suppose if Hero's feeling confident that he can 2-0 DRG and that he'll be able to at least take a map in the next one, then they'll have Dark for the Super Race.
True. They're thinking ahead. And here it is. We are now diving into our revival match. What this means is that Hero cannot afford to lose the map. If he loses one map, that is it. It is over, and ABYDOS will take this series. Meanwhile, DRG will be fighting back.
ABYDOS versus DKZ Gaming Game 4， 好戏开场了。
Alright, and here we go, spawning in on Babylon. Interesting map here for ZVP. It is going to be a DRG for ABYDOS.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Babylon, we have for Dragon KaiZi Gaming, it is Hero. Here we go. Again, Hero, he cannot afford to lose a map from here on forward. Needs that 2-0. And yeah, Hero, arguably the best PVZ in the world. He's terrifying in this matchup.
Yeah, Hero is going to be getting the block down, so interesting to see if maybe he does opt for a Twilight Council opener like Creator chose to do, but yeah, I don't know. He is just so strong with that standard style that he did pioneer.
Yeah, it's one of those things also where Hero is a very unpredictable player, right? It's like, it's so difficult to get a read on what he's doing, even though he popularized a certain play style. Yes, of course he did do that. He is more than willing to spice things up. You know, it's been a while, but he's quite fond of going for a Mass Oracle charge lot as well. He does that quite often against Dark, for example. And he's also willing to just spice things up with like other forms of hyper aggression or all-ins.
Yeah, the Mass Oracle charge in particular is pretty hilarious. I've seen that a few times, and it's always surprising to see that work so well at such a high level.
Yeah, it's he knows, Papi. He knows. Just don't stop making oracles. That's all you got to do. It's crazy.
Yeah, looks like fun. As he is, it's going to be annoying here, just getting a little bit of mineral harass going on, like he was in PVT, just being annoying, trying to get the momentum going on his side, and will also be looking to be aggressive with the depths and oracles in this matchup too.
Exactly, looking to flaunt his multitasking, looking to flaunt his skill, his speed, and I'm also sure that Hero just needs to warm up as well with that first series. He's more than ready to go. It is going to be a Stargate opener to kick things off.
Yeah, okay, Stargate coming out, not going to be that Twilight Council opener like we saw Creator going for. He's just going to be hanging around, keeping an eye on these Lings. He'd really like to see if this third does go down, and it isn't just yet. Interesting. Okay, no, there we go. I was going to say, that would be really weird if DRG wasn't throwing that down right now.
Yeah. It would have been a crazy, but the third is thrown down for DRG. So again, everything's looking normal from the side of the Zerg, and the Adept will confirm that as well. Gets here a little bit too late to delay it, but in time to confirm it at least.
Yeah, that's right. There we go. Oracle going to be fired up straight away. So this is that standard style that we have been seeing so much from Hero. Being aggressive with Adepts and Oracles. Usually going to be going into Blink and +1 from here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Should be working on that transition momentarily alongside that third base. For now, though, he is just flexing his micro, looking for any kind of stray workers with these two Adepts. Oracles are soon to join these Adepts as well.
Man, it must be weird for the Zerglings to have, like, the ghosts of these Adepts on top of them. Oh, like I've been touched by an angel.
What happens if they finish the shade inside you? Can they finish a shade inside you?
I don't trust this.
What?
I don't trust you, lad. Do you see that fourth third base going down nice and early, and two Oracles going across the map?
I won't lead you astray, Papi. What do you mean?
You're an animal.
Follow me into the dungeon. As the Oracles do rock up, they're looking for any stray workers, as we see here at the natural base. And they may find one. They do at least force a couple of these buildings, force the spore, and they do focus it down.
Yeah, it was a kill, not a cancel. So a bit of damage being taken by DRG here. Beautiful Oracle micro coming out from Hero. Gets 4 drones plus that kill on the spore.
Yeah, very nicely done. Hopefully we get a cancel on this Evo chamber momentarily as well. Hopefully we don't let it finish. Oh, no!
No! Oh!
My God.
What the hell?
Jesus. Thankfully, DRG does cancel it in time, morphing in that spore.
As we do have 6 Adepts moving out.
Yeah, Adepts are moving out, looking to join forces with those Oracles. Back at home, we have a Twilight Council and a Forge, as to be expected. Do have that standard follow-up, and with this, we commit to the Shade.
Yeah, wow, he does commit to the Shade. The Lings are getting on top of the Oracles. Beautiful Queen positioning coming out from DRG. Man, DRG, he is on point today.
He really is, as he does shut that down, minimizes his losses, deals with all those Adepts, and even takes down an Oracle.
Oracle does go down. Very clean defense by DRG, and that's a lot of momentum lost here for Hero.
It really is. And sure, he got a couple of drone kills earlier, but again, that pales in comparison to losing all those Adepts. Now we do have the map control in favor of DRG. He goes for a massive counterattack, and he is already on top of that shield battery.
Yeah, big attack coming in from those Lings. The Oracle going to be deflected once again. The Lings getting on top of everything here. Hero actually taking a serious amount of damage here. He is going to be forced to fight with the probes.
This is disastrous. We do have a couple of Adepts shading across the map looking for some counter damage, but no, they won't get any workers. Maybe they get one. Meanwhile, 8 probes go down.
Yeah, plenty of probes going down there for Hero. He is in a bit of a rough position here. DRG playing this out extremely well.
Yes, he is. Again, he's just on fire tonight. There's that blink. There is that +1 as well. We do have 3 gateways on the way. I'm really curious to see if he commits to even more gateways and how aggressive Hero plans to be here with these Blink Stalkers.
Yeah, Oracle going to be going out once again. We see the Lings. We see the roach speed being started up by DRG. I don't believe we've seen him start upgrades yet, so that is the one thing that Hero's got going for him.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be ahead in set upgrade. Surprising not to see +1 at melee, as you were saying, but the Evo Chamber is on the way. As Hero is just still looking around for some counter damage, still being as active as possible with these Adepts.
Yeah, Dev's going to be shading into the main there, as we do have these Stalkers moving out as well. So Hero does have the Prism on the front. That is going to help him reinforce this Stalker pressure on the 4th.
Yeah, exactly. Again, just applying so much pressure behind this. He's going for a second Forge, actually, for double upgrades.
Yep, I like it. It's going to be, sorry, the style that we have seen quite a bit from Max Packs and the like. Does mean that those Zealot run-bys do get really scary as well.
And they really do. Meanwhile, we do force a cancel on that 4th base. Sorry, on the 5th base. Roaches are cornering these Stalkers, but no, we have high ground vision, and they will escape into the main.
Yep, blink to the main, recalls gets on out of there, so will be saving all of those units. Hero doing whatever he can to start to get himself back into this one.
Yeah, exactly. He's able to apply so much pressure that he can make that room to get a 4th base up and running. Now it is thrown down. Immortal production commencing. And there is that tech. We have a Robotics Bay on the way, so we are working towards splash damage.
Yeah, Disruptors will be on the way eventually. They're going to help a lot if these roaches start to get out of control, but we still are quite a ways off of +2 for DRG. A few Stalkers going to be getting caught out here. I'm not sure if we have the batteries yet. The batteries are not quite finished, so a few of these Stalkers going to be going down.
Yeah, good pickoffs, big pickoffs here from DRG, taking down so many of those Stalkers. The shield battery and the cannon, they finish up just in time to go down.
Okay, the Prism does come back in. That's going to help with microing these Stalkers. To get a Revelation as well so we can chase down these roaches, but yeah, Hero is pushed back up against the wall. He is starting to get his probe count back up as well, so I don't think he's out of this by any means, but DRG has been doing a really good job of keeping momentum.
Yeah, this still feels on a knife's edge right now, where DRG has map control. He has a massive army here. He's still struggling in the overall supply. He's struggling in the overall numbers. Doing a decent job at clearing up some supply, but this is a risky maneuver. Oh my god.
Yeah, big mistake from Hero. That was really weird.
Yeah, that was a misrally. It's because his Observer was rallied there, and I think the Immortal just followed the Observer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, an Immortal going down is devastating, and with that, we have that many less high-tech units here to work with. Hero, he's working towards going into that main base, but Queens are in position.
Yeah, going to be dropping off those charge lords to try to deal with the Queens. The Lings coming back in to save it. Nice little pick up there. He's going to be able to get that out safely.
Yeah, he's going to preserve that Prism, preserve those Zealots as well. Colossus production has commenced. We have a Dark Shrine on the way. A good way to come back in this game, but quite a risky maneuver here. We'll see if he can actually make it pay off.
Yeah, I do really like the Dark Shrine here. That's going to help a lot with taking out these edge bases.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if there isn't detection, if they're on sports or site defense, and it can be difficult to hold on to those bases. Meanwhile, the Bailings are rolling on in, and that's a lot of Bailings.
Yep, big blink comes in from Hero. He's going to try to body block the Bailings with the Stalkers from getting on top of the Colossus. The Colossus finds its way back to the shield battery overcharge, but we are going to be having a lot of probes that are going down, 15 in total.
And the flanking Bailings, they find the workers, they find the probes. 15 do go down. The Roaches are getting on top of the army as well. Can we get on top of the Colossus? It looks like we cannot. The Roach army won't trade too well, but the Link Bane did.
Yep, and just like against Oliveira, DRG, not only does he get economic damage, but he shaves off a lot of the army, and the more that he can trade off army while he goes for these attacks, the less potential there is for counter damage.
Yeah, exactly. He gets on top of the Colossus. There is no shield battery. It went down earlier. There is no support, and DRG, he pops up on the camera. He knows that he has done it.
Yeah, fist pump from DRG. He knows he is smashing Hero in this match, and he has got to feel so good doing this for his team. ABYDOS making quite the run through the competition. Oh, he cannot keep the smile off his face. He knows how well he is playing, and that will be it as well if he wins this one.
Exactly, we talked about it. Hero could not afford to lose a map. He had to 2-0. That was the only way to force the series to continue. But alas, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. I mean, Hero, he's still in this. He still has a couple of disruptors on the way. He can still maybe take a fight. It's just going to be so difficult to push out across the map.
Yeah, DRG needs to focus up. This is not over yet. He can definitely celebrate once this is all done, and it might be the moment here. He's jumping on top of everything.
Yeah, exactly. Dives on top of the Colossus. Big Nova on those Roaches, but there's still plenty more Roaches where that came from. The Gateway army is crumbling. Good juggling coming in from Hero, preserving that Colossus.
It's just not enough, though. The buffer is gone. The Colossus is gone as well. We have one more DT, but the Spore is even being repositioned to take out the Prism, and it does almost do so.
Prism is forced back. Big connection once again from that Disruptor, and another Nova's going to be going off as well. But again, DRG still has so much more coming in the backline. So many more reinforcements. His macro out of control. We have defensive DTs. We don't have detection.
Yeah, Hero tries to save that Disruptor with dropping off what was in the Prism and picking up. Isn't able to do so. No battery to fall back on. DRG gets the win, and ABYDOS defeat the reigning champions.
Wow, GG, well played. This season of World Team League, this season of WTL, there is going to be a new champion because the reigning champions for years have been eliminated.
There we go. Incredible scenes here. And ABYDOS is making a historic run through, taking out the Starving Camels, taking out Team Liquid, and now taking out DKZ Gaming. They will be going on to face Basilisk tomorrow. Can they go all the way?
It's been such a long day for them. They had to work through so many teams. They make it through in the end. And what's impressive is that, hey, they didn't have to rely on their ace player like Cure. No, Creator did his part. DRG did his part as well.
Yeah, DRG with a fantastic performance here. 2-0ing Oliveira and then taking out Hero. That's so impressive.
Very impressive. Damn, GG, well played. Congratulations to ABYDOS. Congratulations to DRG as well. Oh boy, yeah, things are looking pretty close there for a while, but DRG just getting so much momentum, keeping up with Hero, going for those massive counterattacks, punishing the aggression, the failed aggression of our Protoss player as well. And I mean, ABYDOS, can they go for that Cinderella run? Can they go all the way? Can they go the distance to the finals?
Did the cat bet on ABYDOS? It did, right?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Mate, the cat knows, Poppy. The cat knows.
It does.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's beautiful, Poppy. It's beautiful. So yeah, with that, I'm pretty sure we're getting ready for a winners interview with Team ABYDOS. I'm not too sure if they're going to be interviewing Creator or DRG instead, but they are getting ready for that. Meanwhile, my condolences to DKZ. They are a powerful team. They're a strong team, but I should say, with their reformation from DPG into DKZ, finding a little bit less success here. Even in the round robin group stage, they typically come out first, but no, they did come out third instead. Definitely some other big teams really showcasing their skill against DKZ.
Yeah, tonight just really wasn't their night. We saw a Hero looking pretty shaky in those early games against Cure, and we also saw Dark, showing a lot of emotion when he lost that first game. I feel like they were really relying on him to make a good run, and for him to get taken out in the first series kind of put a bit of a dampener on the spirits there. And then Oliveira getting 2-0'd, of course. I have to chalk that up to the performance by DRG as well. He played superbly.
100%. You know, DRG, he was looking beautiful in that ZVT, looking so damn powerful against Oliveira. But I 100% agree with the idea that a lot of these teams and a lot of these series, they can be really momentum based, and for Dark to go down so early on, I'm sure that really did hinder the confidence and the mood of the team overall. I'm sure that's also why Hero wasn't available initially. If you remember, there was a bit of a delay, a break waiting for him. I'm sure he was like, oh no, yeah, you know, Dark, he's gonna take down a couple players, I can take my time, you know, I can have some time to myself, I'm not gonna have to rush out, right? And then suddenly, bam, Dark got knocked out. It's like, oh, like what happened? What's going on? So yeah, it was a bit of a rough start for Dragon KaiZi Gaming, and it was something that they just had a hard time recovering from.
Yeah, 100%. And with that, that is an end to the games tonight. Really exciting matches.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Also, Yako telling us that actually the cat bet on Dragon KaiZi Gaming. So,
okay.
Cat getting it wrong this time, unfortunately. I think this was the first time, if you remember, where the cat went for the blue ball, right, instead of the pink one.
Yeah, I guess so. Instead of the pink one, yeah.
There you go.
But Asher, I agree with the chat. We need to know what Rufus thinks.
Oh, what does Rufus think?
Rufus's pick. I guess I could organize that.
Are you gonna like send us a little clip tomorrow? I would love that, by the way. If you could organize like some food for Rufus, he'd have to pick for ABYDOS versus Basilisk.
I think the problem is that I only have one bowl that he normally has his food in, and he usually just like tries to knock it out of my hand as soon as I try to put the food down.
So it sounds like you need like some fresh bowls, right? You need like some fresh bowls, never eaten from before, and you need to like set them down.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Get some plastic bowls.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You like close the door and then you open it and then he's got the food arrayed in front of him. It's gonna be beautiful, majestic.
All right, we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Oh god. But yeah, with that, again, they're just kind of setting up with their translators. They're just setting up with all of their players and all of their stuff. It was a pretty intense, a pretty long day of StarCraft today. 2 back-to-back series. The first one went the distance. This one didn't quite make it as far, but a lot of really good games. What are the standout moments for you, Asher?
I think Creator popping off after beating Clem was pretty cool.
Yep.
And after beating a laser.
Yep.
That was big. And yeah, this recent one as well. DRG beating Hero. Maybe that's just because it's more recent in my mind, but seeing DRG do well is really cool.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people overlook DRG because he isn't the most active player. Like he's still there in all these weeklies. Like he's there almost every week for KSL and for ESL Asia. Like he's present. He's not like Sue. Sue is like very inactive. Like once a month we see Sue. But you know, DRG, he's not as flashy, right? It's like he doesn't show up in these like deep tournament runs in GSL or in Gamers 8 and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people overlook him, and clearly, you know, shame on you for overlooking him because he's just so damn good. he's clearly definitely got the skill to keep up with these young kids.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely overlook him. I'll be the first to say that.
Yeah. For sure. And yeah. So I definitely agree with both DRG and Creator as well. It's always really wholesome seeing Creator like winning and playing. Like he just puts his heart into it. So I guess ABYDOS, they're the wholesome team. They're wholesome. It's really easy to get behind these emotional players. As we are getting ready for this interview, we're gonna be passing it over to the translator, to the host. We'll see you guys afterwards.
获得了今天比赛的胜利，你的表现也非常出色。想采访你的第一个问题是在第一把打奥利维拉选手的时候，你当时对面是用了一个比较非常规的一个蓝火战术，然后你是非常迅速的转出了飞龙，这个是你本身就已经准备好的应对的一个战术体系，还是根据临场的情况去展示的一个应对？
일단 경기 승리한 거 축하드리고요. 1세트 올리베아라 선수랑 할 때 올리베아라 선수가 약간 파란불로 된 그 업그레이드된 그 전차를 쓰셨잖아요. 네네. 그래서 이게 약간 좀 지금 잘 쓰지 않는 빌드인데 되게 빠르게 뮤탈리스트로 전환했거든요. 이거는 혹시 사전에 뭐 그 준비했다든지 아니면 이거 카운트 된다고 생각해서 그 준비한 빌드인가요?
뭐 특별히 준비한 건 아니고요. 링으로 그러니까 상대가 출발할 때 운 좋게 일찍 봐가지고 피해가 안 받으면 이제 상대가 팩토리 위주라서 뮤타를 빠르게 갔을 때 막기가 힘들고 생각하기도 힘들어서 그런 플레이를 했는데 그게 잘 먹혔던 것 같아요.
其实也没有特别有应对的战术体系，刚好他那个蓝火车出门的时候被我碰到了，所以我就直接转了飞龙，而且这个体系的话基本上都会去转到兵工厂，所以就做了一个临场的反应。
确实临场的一个应对表现也是非常的棒。那今天这个 KaiZi 选手你的表现非常出色，一个人连赢了3局，是什么样的一个原因让你今天的发挥如此出色呢？是跟最近一个非常刻苦的训练有关吗？
오늘 연속으로 3경기를 다 이기셨잖아요. 혹시 요즘에 연습량들이 많이 해서 그런 건지 아니면 다른 이유가 있을까요?
뭐 연습량이 늘었다기보다 그냥 최대한 개념적으로 게임을 하려고 하는 게 맞는 것 같아서 그렇게 했는데 어떻게 오늘 그냥 상황들이 다 저한테 운 좋게 떨어졌던 것 같아요. 네.
其实也没有在很就是平时训练的量呢也没有增加很多，只是稍微的把概念体系理了一下。然后今天所有的情况对我来说比较顺利吧，所以都是按照我的这个猜想进行的，所以今天会拿下这个比赛。
今天确实赢得非常的顺利。那在明天会遇到一个非常强大的对手是 BAS 战队，对手的战队里面有 Cero 雷诺这样的世界顶级选手，对于明天的比赛准备的如何了？
play with the Zero or Reno? BS 팀 경기 남았는데 거기 세랄이랑 그 레이노 선수가 있잖아요. 이 팀에 대해서는 지금 어떻게 준비라든지 이런 거 있을까요?
사실 근데 최근에 저는 이제 저저전이 제일 세종족전 중에 제일 형편없다고 생각해가지고 예전이었으면 모르겠는데 지금은 막 크게 자신이 없어서 일단 동족전이라는 변수를 어떻게 해가지고 뭐 빌드라도 잘 짜서 저는 뭐 밥그릇 한 명만 이렇게 잡고 가는 식으로 해도 저는 충분할 것 같아요. 네.
首先最近的 ZVG 的水平的话，我个人来说是状态比较差，也是最差的，不像以前那么好了。而且，明天的话就战队里面就是同族选手特别多嘛，同族战来说的话，可能需要再准备一下关于战术这方面的构思。然后明天的话，我只希望我能拿到我那1分就可以。
好的，那今天也是表现非常出色。明天的话，同样是战队赛，整个队伍每个选手的表现都至关重要。那也是祝愿你们在明天的比赛里面能够一切顺利。인터뷰 감사합니다。
고맙습니다. 谢谢。
Thank you。
好的，那么我们也是今天所有的比赛结束了，来看一下晋级图。好的，我们也是看到今天 ABS 战队的发挥非常出色，也是。
And with that, we are going to be done here for tonight. Oh boy, again, it was a pretty intense series here. It's an intense couple of series in the second day of the playoffs, but we have one more day ahead of us. Tomorrow, ABYDOS, they're going to be going up against Team Basilisk.
Yep. Tomorrow, ABYDOS, they have made a sick run so far, but they're going to have to take out the likes of Raynor and Cyril. It is going to be really tough for them tomorrow. And whoever does that goes on to face Onside for the grand final.
I want to believe I'm on the ABYDOS hype train at least until the finals. I'm still gonna favor the tuna over anyone else, but until then, I want to back ABYDOS here at this point. They have just worked so hard for it. They've achieved so much against all odds, against so many powerful players and powerful teams.
Yeah, definitely. They've had a pretty sick run, and hopefully they get a good rest tonight. They're gonna need it.
Yeah, definitely. With that, again, we are done for tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. If you want to see the conclusion of World Team League, the final day of the playoffs, the finals will be tomorrow. Tomorrow in less than 24 hours. So make sure you mark your calendars, make sure you mark your alarms, and be there for the final day of World Team League.
Yeah, that's right. Really exciting games coming up tomorrow. That's where we finally crown a winner.
Exactly, where we crown our champions. Outside of that, we're going to be live in a couple of hours in 7
Stop saying a couple. I believe you.
In 7 hours and 30 minutes, I'm at least going to be live with the tenacious Turtle Tussle. We have some more StarCraft ahead of us, so if you are unsatiated, if you want some more StarCraft, and if you're going to be awake in 7 hours, then we got you covered here on the KranKy Ducklings. Asher, I'm sure, is going to be asleep. He's going to be in bed, but that's fine. It's all good. And tomorrow for WTL, I'm going to be joined by Yaku. Yaku of the Zaku is in the chat. Will be joining me for the final day, where we will be crowning that champion.
Yep. I'll watch on from bed.
Let's go. With that, thank you, Asher, for joining me today. Thank you. I know it's been a really intense couple of days of StarCraft. I know it's been a while since we spent the night together, but I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. Good games. Good games for the fans.
There you go. Yeah, Asher, where can people find you? Oh mate, you've been streaming recently. You streamed yesterday. Sorry, today.
I never streamed.
Yesterday even.
I never stream. I would never stream. Yeah, okay, I streamed today. I streamed some Zerg today.
Yeah, there you go. ! AsherBro in the chat if you want a link to Asher's Twitch channel. Again, he does stream from time to time. They're very irregular, so because of that, follow him. Otherwise, you won't know when he goes live.
Yeah. Well, I got a raid from the Ducklings, so I feel like most people would have seen it today. You know, it's rare.
It is rare. It is rare. So follow Asher. Follow Asher. He may be playing Terran, maybe Protoss, maybe some Zerg as well. So make sure you're a part of that. Make sure you're a part of that. Outside of that, you can follow myself. I do stream over on light_VIP whenever I can throughout the week, but not during the weekend because we are just so busy with so much casting going on. But if you're interested, you can follow me there as well, as I do stream some Zerg ladder gameplay. If you're only interested in the CranKy Ducklings, if you're only interested in StarCraft tournament play and pro games, then follow us on the CranKy Ducklings. CranKy Ducklings all over the place. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, Patreon, all that good stuff. Check us out. Support us if you wish. Otherwise, just follow us on Twitch. That is all we ask. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you so much. Asher, do you have anything you want to say before we head off for the night?
I forgot to do the Mulan thing. Forgot to say let's get down to business. So we didn't defeat the Huns, but Dark kind of looks like a Hun, and he did get defeated today. So there you go.
Am I gonna make a man out of you?
I hope not. I'm not up for that right now.
You don't have to say it. It's Mate, you can stay up for another couple of hours. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much for the support. We'll see you guys in 7 hours for some tenacious total tussle. Until then, adios.
Ciao, ciao.